Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. The heater is on, so it's going to be picked up by the mic. Oh, wait. I forgot I had this tab open. Okay, I got what I needed. Hey there, Brett. Now. I have this sharp pain in the... Are there names for the different parts of your gums? You received an entry from Hutt Valley. Nice. Is that in any relation to Jabba the Hutt? Is that where all the Hutts from Star Wars live? But I have this very sharp... I have this... I don't even know if it's a sore or if it's something else. I probably shouldn't talk about it because... Yeah, you stayed home, you retired from your trip. Yeah. Make sure you rest up. I don't know whether to call it a sore. It's like on the inner bottom left of my gums, there's this very sharp pain. And of course I keep picking at it because I'm trying to figure out where it is. Oh, okay, I see. Nice. Oh wait, I don't... Oh, that's... I don't really have anything to talk about right now. Besides, maybe... I mean, I got done with work a little earlier than I thought I would, even though I got there later than I wanted to. I finally remembered to schedule the stream, because lately I've been, like, trying to get to work at a certain time, while at the same time wanting to upload a video days in advance. But I was finally able to do both. Yeah, the... Oh, wait, you weren't there for that stream, I think. I made reactions to some short videos about the death of Sora AI, as well as the death of Metaverse. And I decided to upload that, and it'll be available on... Or it will be... It'll be made public tomorrow. And then Tuesday's upload is going to be tonight's shoe0nhead reaction, because we have to. Well, I have to, because I'm a VTuber. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. But I've been good. It's been good. Ow, ow. Alright, let me... Alright, everything seems to be looking alright. Yeah. Really, of course. Why not? Hopefully you'll be able to play more often. I still need to make that video on how to navigate, but I just got home... Well, I got home from work an hour ago and I was kind of fiddling around with some things. Once I'm done video editing tomorrow, I'll probably make a recording and I can show it to you. I can't do it now, at least not live, but, you know. Yeah, and I'll show you how to properly navigate the game and give step-by-step of everything. But I don't really have anything else to talk about right now. I do kind of want to get into all of this. There's a... Obviously, the main priority for tonight will be the shoe0nhead video. But I've also got a warm-up video, and then... What was it? It was on Wednesday that I took a look at a video by a YouTuber named Bladed Angel about the road rage epidemic, and he recommended that his viewers look at his previous video called the Bad Driver Epidemic, so I kind of want to look at that. I might make that a VOD exclusive, honestly, just because. And then I have a few miscellaneous videos that, one of which I'm kind of on the fence about, since I've always kind of been on the fence about it. And then the other one is Language Simp's latest video on the Hindi language, which I kind of do want to clip, and I want to title the reaction Language Simp Redeemed, because, you know, you got to get that in as well. Let's see. May as well just move on over to the reactions. Alright, here's our little warm-up video. WestJet made an update to the BB nose situation. Last training for term 1. Alright. Okay, I see. And then you got Easter. Is that this Friday? I don't remember when it takes place now. But, yeah. I want to go ahead and get this out of the way, and then we will take a look at the shoe0nhead video to see what exactly will be going on. But I want to see how BB Nose's situation got worse, because this is a massive day. A massive day for the unemployed. Unfortunately, I am employed, so it's not as big of a day as it could have been, but it's still a massive day for the unemployed, as he would say, because this is WestJet.
Massive day for the unemployed. That's me.
Maybe no money.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. That's new.
Responded to all of the drama.
I bet he did. Has he responded to me? I'm still waiting.
Wrote a manifest.
No. Do you know what I need waiting for? I need Miskiff to take a look at my stream like he did to this. There was More Pegasus showed a video of Miskiff taking a look at some guy, random gamer stream, who only had like 5 viewers, and he was looking at this guy that had 5 viewers listen to him talk shit. And I was like, when is it my turn? When is it my turn for him to go full demon time on me?
About how he apparently paid the people. Put out a statement about him.
Wait.
In fact.
Ooh, Mal, these songs are not mine, guys. This is 61 banks and artists I signed 7 years ago to your defunct. Since when the hell did you have a record label?
Not rapping the N-word in a song, and then he said he was hot.
You're not hot. I'm gay, and you're not hot.
The craziest thing of all was that the Roach God himself reacted to my video.
What's up, yo?
Well, it's the Roach God. What did you expect?
It's me. It's your boy Asmongold. It's your boy Asmongold.
I haven't watched a lot of WestJet videos. I've seen maybe a couple of them other than that. But I think he's entertaining and he's funny. He is.
Far too kind. Now,
far too kind.
The baby no rupees.
However,
baby no rupees. There we go. No. He had all of his rupees taken by... What's a Zelda enemy that takes rupees besides the Takuri in Majora's Mask? I mean, there are likes in the DS games that take rupees, but I don't know. This guy on their way to fight AI Slop and
one tweet in particular from BB No Money started a snowball rolling down a hill. This one got community noted.
Yeah, for transparency, BB Nose agreed to interact with the post of a finished product from an artist he commissioned and failed to do so. He also convinced the artist to lower the commission rate down to 50%. Okay, so he was trying to rip this artist off.
For transparency, BB No Money agreed to interact with the post of a finished product from an artist he commissioned and failed to do so. He also convinced the artist to lower the commission rate to down to 50%.
There is conversation.
No, I don't know what this is in the context of. I just know the previous video that we took a look at was in the context of him rapping the N-word 7 years ago.
Regarding me not paying creatives for commissions. One individual has been relentlessly harassing me because of an oversight on me not reposting their content. A month ago, I offered to pay his full rate and formally apologized. Attached.
What's
being
attached?
Unable to post his content to lead my audience to find his page. It was a fundamental oversight on my behalf, although they haven't stopped harassing me.
And who is it that
I've
he's
never
talking
not
about?
paid out animators. I have commissioned thousands of artists, and I will continue to commission more because I believe in propelling art forward. Love. Like, on no bullshit, Baby No Money is making the popular opinion sound cringe. It makes me want to start watching AI videos nonstop.
Oh my god. Well, here's the thing. Sora AI just got shut down, or at least I think it's getting shut down.
And, like, plug myself into the Matrix. And then Baby No Money posted this.
I don't know what this is. Is this a DM?
Absolute manifesto. All right, before we hop back into clowning on Baby No Money, he did do something positive. And I know, I'm being a buzzkill. This channel is centered on negativity, but
What positive thing could he possibly have done? Maybe no Stitch incoming?
Hi, my name is Lyric. I'm dying of heart failure, and I need a heart and double lung check.
I will be matching for the next 24 hours every single donation.
Guys, look what we have done here.
Raised $63,000 and hit the goal. If you care to donate more, feel free. But everyone who's
Yeah, the tangerine, nice.
supported, love you all.
watch out.
Watch out.
Don't do your good deeds publicly to...
Oh, Lord have mercy. To pretty much don't do your be admo- Lord have mercy. Well, here's the thing. He's gay, so I highly doubt that I actually don't know if he's gay,
be
though.
admired by others, for you will
But he makes gay thirst traps, so I'm just going to assume that he is.
lose the reward from your father in heaven. You hear that, Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast. Well, watch Hassan Piker try to twist this to his own advantage.
Some
Because he allegedly gives charity anyway.
people might be skeptical, saying he's only doing this because of his recent backlash, but honestly, it's still a really good thing to do. So even if you're skeptical and a glass half empty kind of guy, I don't think it really matters. W. And now back to on this guy.
Yeah, the one good thing, and it's done in vain.
Don't worry, fellas. I'm not going to be pushing the Bible or anything of that sort. I'll remove it like Mr. Beast did from his channel back.
Oh, that's right.
Now, on to his lengthy apology. Hey, man, I want to personally say my 2 cents.
Of course you're gonna... Oh, I
Sorry.
thought you said save your 2 cents. I was like, yeah, you're not gonna give 2 extra cents to whoever you commissioned.
Just took a second. I just started tour and have had barely a chance to address yesterday. Makes a thoughtful apology. People are still upset. Can't make everyone happy, unfortunately. Stay positive. Harassing you. And it's
Harassing you.
just commenting under your public Twitter account, dog.
Yeah.
You knew bro was posting NSFW and blamed that
Wait, is that what's going on? I don't actually know what the context is.
for why you wouldn't repost their art. Yet you pose with stars and ads girls every other day. Your grift is getting old, cornball. Holy dude, Joe. We'll get back.
I don't understand what's actually going on. I know it may feel like I was trying to slight you here, but that genuinely was not my intention. I'm
back to
sure
the
it
rest of his
was.
manifesto, but first we're gonna address his N-word allegation. LMAO, these songs are not mine, guys. This is 61 Banks, an artist I signed 7 years ago to my defunct record label. You're telling me he didn't even say the N-word?
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my
So did he say it or no?
day is ruined.
See, now this is looking bad for Baby No Money, but you won't address the fact that a black woman has been saying that you used to be racist to her and call her the N-word in a
Oh, so he didn't deny
high
this.
school. Okay. Ironically, his plan backfired, and it actually makes him look more suspicious because now it almost feels like he's undergoing a cover-up.
He would walk by black people and say, "We're in the ghetto with maybe no money."
Yeah, we in the no.
To my-
I just got reminded of Cartman singing "Being in the Ghetto" or whatever it's called.
High school and would call me the N-word as I would walk by. This has got to be bullshit, right? Like, the thing is that, I'm gonna be real, if this turns out to be true, and this is just the most elaborate grift of all time,
Like I said, that's why I never said to anyone I hate you for racism or anything, because there's no clear proof. I just hate you
Because you're obnoxious and fake.
because you're
Sounds about
obnoxious
right.
and fake. I have no hatred towards Baby No Money or any of my other constituents, if
Yeah.
you will. I more so pity them.
The artist even publicly made
I just don't care. I don't care about this guy, but I care enough to see him. You know.
a note of this. Honestly, the money isn't the real issue. I told him I don't mind working for a slightly lower rate if it meant I could be promoted for doing something other than NSFW art. Well, after the artist uploaded the animated video he worked on for BB No Money, he waited weeks.
All I saw out of that was Brazilian Miku.
and still did not receive a repost, which is what was promised as part of the deal. Instead, during that time, BB No Money unfollowed the artist.
When your whole persona is about commissioning artists and being against AI, and you don't commission your artists.
Someone also commented on my previous video. Baby No Money is also kind of friends with and collaborates with a Mexican group on YouTube called OneCoin. I kid you not, literally almost all of the members have charges.
Well then, I guess... I mean... I'm trying to connect this to someone, but I'm having a hard time commenting on this.
And allegations against them.
Whoa, we got the
Diddy Blood Gang.
Mexican OTK.
Majority of them being from underage girls. And this doesn't stop Alex from collaborating with them.
Oh, I see. Oh, wait, no, I know. This reminds me of when Hassan would accuse people that disagree with him of being child lovers, even though he went to a Diddy party where he saw a video of, in his words, supposedly attractive children opening Christmas presents. And then there's also the brothel that was raided in Germany.
Or being seen with them or being friends with them.
That Migos song, he'd do anything for clout.
Yep.
These were
Using his clout, I suppose, and status and fan base to take advantage of thousands, in his words, of artists and offering them half of what they deserve to get paid. But he's also sleeping with fans who look up to him, people who might have a parasocial relationship with him. And he's also allowing his close friends, who still are following him around on his current tour,
So he's just got a posse.
allowing them to take advantage of young girls who come to see him perform his music.
God.
Well then. No, Leon Kennedy would beat the shit out of this motherfucker.
Damn, that escalated quickly. We went from this guy's a cornball and his cosplay is...
He's a cornball and a nerd. He's also he's not an Oreo double stuff because that's Tom Dubois. But he is also a fruity boy and a pansy pants and a bitch ass motherfucker.
He's straight up an evil rape.
I know who you are.
Do you?
You're an evil rapist.
You know me well.
Takes one to know one.
Clearly, he is not responsible or ethical enough to have this massive audience.
Massive? I mean, straight up, these are some hefty allegations. So we're gonna be treading carefully here, you know what I'm saying?
And please, I encourage you all to always believe victims first.
No.
That's what Pokimane says, even though... Yeah.
Agree to disagree, you know, the burden of proof does fall on the accuser, and I think this is just a little naive, maybe a little utopian leftist take, but whatever. You know, it'd be really stupid for Baby No Money to complain now because, bruh, he himself built this audience.
Honestly, like this video, like that's honestly the best way to say it. You built the community. Like, yeah, you want to drag these people in. You want to make a community out of people like this. That's what you're gonna get.
I don't know if you're gonna want to have sex with a rapper. Just literally DM them saying I want to have sex with you.
You had somebody at a
I don't know where this is
hold
going.
up a sign that said like head. Okay. Did that work? That worked.
Like, it's
What the hell did I just watch?
greasy, sure, but I don't think it's problematic. It's not like this dude's a high school teacher or something.
A boundary, a line that shouldn't be crossed. It's just a recipe that leads to manipulation, coercion, and exploitation, and it's the artist taking advantage of this parasocial connection that this fan has to them.
No, like, genuinely, who gives a f? Like, as long as the person's an adult and not an underage fan, like, who cares? Like, it's your decision, you know what I mean? It's like, I consent. Is there somebody you forgot to ask? As long as he isn't using his power
Oh, hey there, Metker.
over them as, like, a way to coerce them into things they don't want to do, then what's the
Yeah, I'm doing well, although I'm having trouble commenting on this.
problem?
I cannot in good conscience retweet your video knowing how many younger fans I have and what they would see if they clicked through your profile. Yet.
Thank you, Greg.
It's weird for him to say that he makes videos for a younger audience and then will post something like this. I just feel
Sounds like Lily Tino.
like he didn't realize the possible repercussions of collaborating with someone who makes hardcore wank material. Like, that could be a detriment.
No, I remember seeing that one screenshot of him in tidy whities sitting outside of what looks like a washing machine, and I was like, where someone described it as a gay thirst trap, and I'm like, no, this isn't trapping me in any way.
Into his brand if he's trying to be more safe and mainstream, but instead of admitting that, he feels the need to damage control his quote-unquote oversight.
People were hating so hard on Baby No Money for this. I found some crazy stuff I'd like to share to the class.
What did he do? Oh, Lord. What the fuck am I looking at?
Sure Baby No Money's
I know I said that earlier, but come on.
like pro-Palestine big time, so this is just weird. This is why you shouldn't pick a side, because, bruh, you can't win.
You watched it too. You don't care about BB No Balls? No, I'm only watching this because I need to warm up.
Either way. However, I would take the $7,000.
I'm guess... What is... Wait. Because I'm just warming up before I get to the shoe0nhead video.
Instead, the artist is now requesting that BB No Money publicly apologizes to the NSFW community.
No, that guy.
The fact that there's an NSFW community, there's no way that there's a community based around that. I mean, I understand that unless they're talking about just Pornhub.
Guy who's complaining is low-key such a loser. NSFW community, you can't even make.
No, that's no. I'm right there with you.
Pick it up. What is that?
BB No Money was definitely lying to save face and acting like he didn't know this artist made NSFW content, but at the same time, the artist kind of seems like a lunatic.
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong, baby.
No, I need to.
Content,
what did that look like?
But at the same time, the artist.
What the hell is this? This looks like a submarine on top of. An OceanGate Titan submersible, an extensive fluid and physics simulation experience. What the fuck is this? You're going to bed before shoe0nhead. Alright, well then.
This kind of seems like a lunatic.
Don't get me wrong, Baby No Money.
Well, we've only got like 1 minute left in the
He's
video.
Straight up a grifter and a bit of a cornball, but some of this stuff.
He's a cornball, a nerd, and Oreo double stuff. I've already repeated that. I don't want to repeat it again.
Stuff is so overplayed. It seems like people are throwing shit darts at a dartboard and praying they stick. And like it worked because Baby No Money's out here apologizing to these people. But why? Why would you do that?
Because optics.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
You give these schizos on Twitter an inch, they'll take a mile.
No
and
shit.
even your ironic jokes and self-deprecation is falling on deaf ears. It's kind of a pathetic sight to see. Unfortunately, we ran out of time.
Okay, and that's that. Well, if you gotta head to bed soon, Maker, we're about to start watching that one. But yeah. Alright, well now that we're done with that, it's still buffering apparently, even though I opened this like a half an hour ago. But we're going to check out shoe0nhead's latest video on the Iran war situation being crazy. Now, the only thing I know about the Iran war so far is that the Ayatollah Tbilisi is dead, and the Iranian people, at least most of them, are very happy that he's dead, even though there are a lot of people here in the country that really don't want to go to war. Even if the Iranian people would beg to differ, or at least most of them. I don't know about the Iranian diaspora in particular, but I do know that people were very happy. And you might have noticed that I called him Ayatollah Tbilisi. Iblis is the Quranic version of the devil, because that's what he actually worships, whether he realized it or not. And I'm not going to lie, may he rot in oblivion. So that tells you everything that you need to know about how I feel on the situation. But I want to see how shoe0nhead feels about the situation. So we're going to check out just how crazy the Iran war situation actually is.
So, what happened? Well, a few weeks ago, our government had a "that's so Raven" premonition. They had a vision, and they saw into the future.
Because that's so Raven, it's the future she can see.
They saw that Iran was going to attack Israel, so we went ahead and attacked Iran. Now we're in some bullshit war. No idea.
Iran war. Exposing butthurt Eurocucks. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, Megger.
I'm not joking. That's basically what happened. Despite the Pentagon saying there was
They've been wanting to attack Israel forever.
There's no proof
Pentagon tells Congress no sign that Iran was going to attack first.
Iran was going to attack. It came to us in a dream. Source, we made it the fuck up.
There we go. I mean, what other reason would you need?
Now, there are many reasons floating around for this war. Israel, China, Russia, oil, Iran being 2 weeks away from having a nuclear bomb for the past 40 years.
For the past 40 years, well, not anymore. When did that all happen? Like, it was either last year or it was earlier. I swear, it feels like only one. It's been. These past 2 years have felt like one long year, if that makes any sense. This past 2 years went by so fast for me that it's as if it's only taken, I swear, it happened only last month. That's how it feels. That's how all of this feels. It's all blending together.
Democracy to Iran, and many other things, and we can discuss those things. Maybe it's all those things at the same time. But there is one thing I feel is just not getting enough attention. And that is the many people in our government who believe in a literal doomsday prophecy about this war, and are possibly...
Yeah, she's not wrong about that. No, I distinctly remember there was this rabbit hole that I went down not long after I graduated high school, where I watched some videos about, I guess we can call it a conspiracy rabbit hole, where there was some guy who was reading a series of, some white papers about, it was titled Upping Up America's Defenses or something like that, and it detailed a plan about the US taking out 7 countries within like 5 years or so, where those countries in particular were, if I can remember what they were Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, Iraq, and then they would finish off with Iran, and this is basically all part of it. Hit the thumbs up, yeah. Iran been fun, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, Medgar. You pretty much hit it right on the money. They've been funding terrorist organizations in the Middle East, North Africa, Europe for decades, and yeah. You pretty much hit the nail right on the head right there. Yeah, we gotta hit the like button, as Clock says. But yeah, I remember watching a video about it, and I think I remember not a few years after that, a friend of mine posted it in a group chat that we had, and he was very, very frustrated by the fact that, yeah, granted, it's more complicated than that, but that's just what I remember from the video, that they intentionally wanted to take out those countries, where the last country that they wanted to take out was Iran. So it was all part of the plan from the get-go.
Pushing our president to take the necessary steps to make it happen. No, I am not joking. No, this is not a conspiracy theory.
No, dude, they pretty much come right out and say it these days.
This is not the Candace Owens channel. This is a
Oh my god, there's a part of me that wants to do a Candace Owens deep dive. I remember reacting to a video about someone who was covering Candace Owens, and the shit that comes out of her mouth is so absurd that it had me laughing my ass off all day while I was at work. I was like, there was no way that she believes even a third of the stuff that she says, let alone most of it.
Real thing, and we gotta talk about it. Now, I know I keep saying the next video is going to be a slop video.
Okay, well, we'll hold you to that.
I know, I'm sorry, but things just keep happening. But that's okay.
Excuse. I drank my water too fast because I wanted to respond to what she was saying. No. Take your time with the slop video. We got more important things to talk about. We got to talk about your new semi-blonde dreads. You need lore, you're missing context.
It will be over quick, and then we can get to the more important issues, like making fun of women on TikTok.
Yes, that's more important than Iran. Who cares about what's going on? Who cares what happened to the Iranian government? We have bitches on TikTok to talk about.
So in this video, we will talk about this f***ass war. We will discuss the strange characters who are encouraging it, the doomsday cult they belong to, and I will crash out a little bit.
Okay, well, I'd say love to see it, but she's probably not going to enjoy it. Well, she's going to enjoy us enjoying it.
Okay. A lot of it. The Iran war is an extremely hot topic that affects literally everything, from the stock market to gas prices to possible World War III.
Yeah, I noticed the gas prices go up by a whole buck since then, which... I don't have to drive around all that much, but whenever I go to play GDR, I have to drive an hour away. Candace Owens getting Candace owned. Yeah.
It feels like I wake up every morning and like 5 major historical events have happened while I was sleeping overnight.
Yeah, I made this point just a moment ago where it feels like the last 2 years have been one long year.
So it's pretty hard to keep up with the news lately, and that's why—
Oh, and here comes the sponsor, Ground News. I'm assuming it's Ground News.
For 5 years now, I have been using today's sponsor,
Ground News.
So
let's
quickly
go.
Give them a shout out before we get into this video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app that gives readers a fun, easy, and transparent way to read the news from all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias that helps you understand the full story and really make sure you're seeing both sides.
This sounds like a very useful thing that you guys should totally get.
It even tells you who these outlets are owned by, which is really cool. Ground News makes it really easy to compare headlines to see how political bias can really affect the framing of a story.
The last 6 years felt like one long... No shit. I know. Yeah, it feels like just yesterday that... No, it literally feels like just last month that we... What was it? I don't even remember where they dropped that bomb on that one group of Houthi rebels or something like that.
For example, this story about how Trump says he's postponing strikes on Iran power plants. A right-wing outlet covered it like, oil goes down and the stock exchanges go back up to the green after Donald Trump talks about Iran.
Sounds about right.
A left-wing outlet covered it like, surprise!
Surprise!
Trump tacoed out of his plan to obliterate Iranian power plants.
What the hell? Why the hell is the word taco capitalized?
As you can see, very different vibes here.
Right.
One of my favorite features on Ground News has to be the
blind spot feature,
which shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other.
Pretty much.
For example, here's a story about how Trump is still more popular than Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom, despite everything that's going on. But they're still gonna run them in 2028, aren't they? 29
I don't know.
Sources covered this. 70% of them were right-wing, and only 15% were left-wing, probably because it's a little embarrassing. I have been using Ground News for years now. It is one of the first apps I look at when I wake up in the morning. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way
even Nobel Peace.
To stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview.
Because I brought you out here to expand your horizons. There's a new white man out here. He's refined. For example, did you guys know that the new white man loves gourmet cheese? You're going to ask why they use taco. I don't know what it means. The way that they capitalized it implies that it's an acronym for something. All I know is that Taco Tuesday is the tentacle arm something. God damn it, I don't remember. I'm thinking of the one from Lego Movie.
Best of all, I'm currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is...
Here, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to check it out and support her, feel free to snap this.
The plan I use to get all of their amazing features. So go to ground.news/shoe, that's ground.news/shoe, or use the QR code right here on screen, or the link in the video description.
Yeah.
I think what they're doing is really important, especially right now. I feel like we need to see the news
We need to see all the sides.
Transparent and balanced way. It is just a really great app, and I recommend it. So thank you, Ground News, for sponsoring this video. And
thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad, bitches!
Not skipping the ad, as always.
I hope you guys are knowing that I am going to clip this as a standalone video. You guys have better watch this part. Not only make sure you actually watch her video first, because I ain't shit. You don't need me to watch her video. I'm just here talking shit. Yeah, you check her so often she makes good. Yeah, no kidding. You make sure that you check her out. If you make it to this point in my reaction, pause the video and watch hers, because I ain't shit.
Right? Now, let's get back to the video. Happy day 24 of these...
For latency's sake.
Special 2-week military operation, everybody. We did it! Mission accomplished. I feel like every day I wake up and Trump is like, we won. And then something else blows up. And then again, he's like, we won. And then we're back at war. But
here's the thing. We're Americans. We don't just quit. We don't quit just because we're wrong. We just keep doing the wrong thing until it turns out right.
It's not a war, but we won the war. Hey, maybe it will be over by the time this video uploads because
we lost. No, we won the battle, but apparently I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Iran wants to talk to JD Vance.
Okay, just in. Iran tells the U.S. it does not want to resume talks with Witkoff and Kushner, prefers negotiating with the vice president instead.
JD Vance is apparently the peacemaker here. Imagine the Iran war. Imagine possible World War III even.
Stopped by the meme man.
Hands of a shoe0nhead fan.
Is he really a shoe0nhead fan? That test failed successfully. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
We're all gonna die.
No, when you have a right winger who's following a left winger, then you know something. No, we don't fucked up. The only reason you watch this is because other people cut her. You couldn't take it. Oh
word
no.
for word, bar for bar, repeating the NPC talking points that we heard during the Iraq War. This Middle Eastern country is building weapons of mass destruction.
But no, we ain't find them. But like Jin Rummy always says, the absence of evidence is the evidence is the fuck. I just had a brain fart. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. There. Because there are known knowns and there are known unknowns, but there are also unknown unknowns. And you can't just assume that because you're robbing a store that they're gonna shoot back at you. That was an unknown unknown.
They hate America. We're gonna bring them democracy. It's all the same shit. It's all the same people pushing for this shit. Only this time we have social media and we are seeing war propaganda from all sides being debunked right in front of our eyes. Social media has like truly been the worst thing that has ever happened to the government. Imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I've seen some of those meme posts that the White House is making, and I'm thinking to myself, now, why is more center flailing than entirely, yeah, it's pretty much. She's definitely center left.
Like getting away with decades and decades of propaganda.
No, I was commenting on the fact that I've seen some of the social media posts that the White House be doing, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Now being debunked in real time by people called like PP Poo Poo 69.
That doesn't surprise me the slightest.
Brutal. Sorry, I have to like white balance my camera.
Wait,
I'm using.
What? Oh, did I have one of? I had a few of these books before.
It's story time. I'm gonna be the new Miss Rachel. Today's number.
Oh no.
Is 7.
7.
And we're gonna talk about Tower 7.
Tower 7. Is that third one that fell? Then is that the third tower that fell on 9/11 that nobody ever talks about, or am I thinking of something else?
Anyway, I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, I hope Iran wins. That's like, I saw people saying that, like, that is psychotic. I don't want to go down with the USS Great Satan. You know what I mean? Like, if we're in a war.
Oh yeah, I think that's something that the Ayatollah said.
Or I want to win the war. I just don't understand why there has to be a war.
That's a good question.
You know, regime change doesn't work. We've tried this already.
We've done this multiple times. I remember in, what was it, history, not Building 7. I don't know what Building 7 is, so yeah. But, what was it? Oh, I remember learning about, in what, high school history class, how during the days of the Cold War, we would install dictators in Latin America whom the people did not like simply because they were anti-communist. And so clearly, if it didn't work then, I don't know if it'll work now. We have to let the Iranian people decide for themselves.
Never works. We always make shit worse. We're not the world police. There are so many people all over the world suffering, but our priority as America is to take care of Americans. And the American people are
This creepy mannequin. Okay, thank you. All right, good night, good night, Maker.
suffering. And now we're asking for $200 billion for war. $200 billion. Notice no.
Even, to updo left. Oh, no. Okay, even, what was it? Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse, which died recently, wasn't even that much.
But he's like, who's gonna.
Chiquita ran a cartel? Wait, the banana company? When the hell was that ever a thing? I mean, that doesn't surprise me even one bit, but you're talking about the Chiquita Banana Company?
Pay for that when it's shit like war, but when it's for your mom's diabetes medication, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. $200 billion while American situations have not gotten any better. In fact, they're just going to get worse now. Everything is going to get.
Yeah, inflation will surge 2.4 on energy stocks. Yeah, I have noticed the gas prices went up $1.
More expensive, but that's okay, apparently. That's okay. That's not a concern.
The U.S. economy is fundamentally sound, and that if it were to be extended, it wouldn't really disrupt the U.S. economy very much at all. It would hurt consumers, and we'd have to think about, you know, if that continued, what we would have to do about that. But that's like really the last of our concerns right now.
Consumers.
Yes.
Consumers. That's what we are to these people. Just good little obedient bug people, gonna go see a Marvel movie, maybe buy a Labubu, eat a.
Oh my god. Apparently I've been told by someone in chat that Labubus have lost a lot of their the banana company overthrew a country to... Oh, wait a minute. Didn't that happen with Dole in Hawaii? Dole took over Hawaii so that it could do its own thing. I swear, I think I know what you're talking about, Nova, but oh my god, I swear, I vaguely remember something like that happening. But regarding Labubus, apparently a lot of Labubus have lost their value.
Little Dubai chocolate. We have no.
Oh, Dubai chocolate. We're selling these new Dubai chocolate cookies where I work, and I tried one and I was like, I don't see what the big deal is. So it's just with pineapples, yes.
Soul, no lives, no families to take care of. We are just consumed, and when we can't take care of those families.
Just buy our products. No, I remember seeing that meme. I was like, we buy their foods, and it's all fast food and junk food. And then those foods make us sick. And so they make us buy their cures, which is a bunch of pills and shit. And so the cycle repeats itself. And that just reminded me of that one scene in King of the Hill where I think I've recited this like 2 or 3 other times, where Dale Gribble was talking about how they fatten us up with 2-for-1 pizza coupons, which they harvest our livers to put back on the pizza to begin the cycle again.
Families. You know what their solution is? What's their solution? Take fewer trips to Starbucks.
I mean, I don't drink coffee, so I'm already, like, halfway there.
If I say what I am thinking, I will be banned off YouTube, so
Oh, shit. Well, joke's on them. I don't drink coffee.
I will simply be silent. Gas is gonna be like a fucking $1 billion. But that's okay, guys. Short-term pain, long-term gain.
This is a short...
This is a short-term pain because all the pickings are slim because they're all snorting Cheeto dust.
Term disruption for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain be for long-term gain.
Okay, so they're all repeating the exact same phrases. No, I swear. No, didn't they do this before? A whole bunch of other news stations were repeating the exact same words over and over again. This was last year. I don't even remember what it was. It was something about the president, but oh my god. A watch along with V for Vendetta.
We're gonna have some short-term pain with long-term gain.
Short-term pay for a long-term gain.
Oh my god, no. This literally... Oh my god, no. They're doing exactly what they did last year.
Some short-term pain, yes, but we've got some long-term gain.
Short-term pain for American...
It doesn't stop. They're all like broken records.
American consumer.
Short-term is highly outweighed of the long-term benefit.
Some short-term pain for the long-term gain.
I swear, no. I think someone mentioned that they might be reading off of a script. Our democracy is under that being the thing. That's one of the things that they parroted, but there are other things that they said over and over again as if they were reading from a script.
What in the NPCS is this? It is your patriotic American duty to unplug the TVs in your parents' and grandparents' house right now.
Oh, don't worry, my parents don't watch the stuff.
Destroy their satellite dishes, log them out of Facebook. It is up to us to stop the boomers from sending the zoomers to another war in the Middle East. The amount of people who are in...
Thankfully, my parents aren't boomers. They're technically Gen Z, so they're they're quite privy to what's actually going on.
Regime change war, like last Thursday, who have completely 180'd is fucking insane. I literally have no theory of mind for being that hyper-partisan.
Wide partisan divides over initial decision to use military force in Iran. How the U.S. action is going. And obviously you can see they don't want to agree on shit.
Brained. Like, a lot of these people are just, like...
Your parents watch CNN and shit? Oh, Lord of mercy. I don't know what my parents watch. I mean, my mom reads books while also watching movies at the same time. And then my dad, well, I don't know what he plays games a lot.
Like, totally for this now because it's Trump doing it. Some of you are...
Right, no. She made this point. She said that exact same thing, like, with regards to the whole USAID stuff. Like, the only reason that people were upset that he was cutting a lot of things is because it was him that was doing all of it. And that was a point that she made in her video about it. Shout out to all the Zennials out there. Yep, I'm Gen Z, so...
Cattle.
At least I think I am. I'm on the border between Z and millennial.
You are weak. You are submissive and breedable. The only politician I sit for is Huey Long, and that's because he's dead and can't disappoint me.
Okay.
Worst part about this whole war thing is not the death and destruction and possible economic collapse and nuclear fallout, but the fact that it's good for the Democrats.
I bet it is.
Will probably win midterms, and if things get worse, they will probably win 2020.
Did I get it right?
Without learning any lesson, without changing.
I don't even remember what I said.
At all. They will literally run on Orange Man.
Just YouTube.
Bad. And win. I'm tired of politics. I am tired of voting.
No shit. No, I'm tired of it too. No, we're between X and Y. Yeah. That's nice. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of it too. I've been slowly weeding out those types of channels from my recommendations on YouTube. almost everything in my YouTube recommendations, besides shoe0nhead and the occasional, like, besides shoe0nhead and more Pegasus, are a whole bunch of gaming and cartoon related stuff. And whenever I see some partisan political video, I'm like, no, get this out of my homepage, please.
Take away the 19th Amendment. I don't want it. I don't want it. The men can have it. The men can deal with it. I'm done. I'm
Which one's the 19th?
tired of voting for pee-pee or poo-poo and always getting diarrhea. I'm done.
No, we had to choose between a giant douche and a turd sandwich, as South Park puts it.
Done. The end. End of video.
Okay, well, that's it for this video reaction. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Sorry. Mommy's not mad. She's just disappointed. Anyway, like I said, there
Yeah.
are many stated reasons behind this war. One of the things people blame this war on a lot is Israel. Many people believe that Iran
Well, that's what the Hamas, Diddy, Bin Laden, Adolf Epstein, Piker community likes to blame everything on.
was not an immediate threat to us, and that this is just another conflict that Israel is dragging us into.
One of those proxy wars that we used to do with Russia back in the day.
Making us fight their war for them. Because
Yeah.
of this and everything that's happened in Gaza, Israel's PR is in the toilet. Polls are showing Israel has become
Yeah, I'd imagine. Young voters' views on Israel turned sharply.
extremely unpopular, especially with young people. It's getting so bad that the Israeli government literally had to pay internet influencers to say good things about them.
That honestly wouldn't surprise me, though.
No, I'm not kidding. This is a real thing that happened. It was filed with the U.S. Department of Justice. They undisclosed paid a bunch of YouTubers, TikTokers, Twitter personalities to run defense for them last year, and they are most likely still doing that today. Imagine losing the internet PR war to 20-year-olds with anime avatars making TikTok edits of Jeffrey Epstein and Agartha.
Oh. That sounds about
And I
right.
know many people are tired of everybody blaming Israel for everything. Like, oh, I stubbed my toe this morning. It was Israel.
Hassan shocked his dog. That was Israel.
They associate criticism of Israel with people like Hassan Piker or Candace Owens. They are just
Yep.
tired, and I get it. Hopefully I can bring some nuance into this discussion.
Please.
Not everything is Israel's fault, but when it comes to the Middle East in particular, when it comes to American foreign policy, Israel
Most of it is, a large portion of it is centered around protecting Israel.
is extremely relevant. This
Yeah.
is a historical fact, and if we are going to be attached to the hip to this country, we should absolutely be allowed to talk about it without a bitch in our ear calling it anti-Semitism.
No shit.
It is 2026. We are done with the thought-terminating buzzwords. We are done with the ists and the isms. These don't work anymore. It's not racist to criticize Black Lives Matter. It's not sexist to criticize feminism. It is not anti-Semitic to criticize a foreign country. And
Exactly. Yet there are still some people that try to do it. Nowadays, like I remember someone made a point where, like, back in the day, when you say, hey, you see that guy down the street over there? That guy's a racist. And you'll be like, whoa, really? Nowadays, it's like, hey, you see that guy on the internet right there? That guy's racist. And I'm like, oh, what edgy joke did he make?
frankly, in my opinion, the worst thing you can do for Jewish people right now is conflate the nation of Israel with Jewish people as a whole. Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Oh, you don't want the world to end in some kind of nuclear holocaust? What are you? An anti-Semite? It's like when
Oh,
there's
no.
legislation to give pedophiles the death penalty, and people come out like, this is transphobic. It's like,
Yeah, it works on both sides. Let's just be real.
Like-
No, I don't.
what do you mean by that? It's good to question
Exactly.
mainstream narratives. That's why this entire channel was created in the first place. We are here to criticize the media. And
No, I remember watching at least a handful of her videos way back in the day, and one of the first of her videos that I saw was her reaction to some of those BuzzFeed videos where one of the ladies was like, in what world does 72 cents equal $1? And she was like, Canada? And she's also made some other videos of that nature as well.
the government, media and the government that has a history of lying to us, especially on topics like this. If you
Yeah.
don't think that's totally valid and normal, and you think I'm an anti-Semite for this, well,
That's their problem, not hers.
I have been called racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic for the past 15 years. Honestly,
I've been called transphobic and Muslophobic.
what is one more to add to the list? When this
Yeah.
all initially popped off, one of my first tweets about this was this.
It's actually
Many
crazy.
people were confused.
It's actually crazy. A bunch of people in our government don't know how to read the Bible, so now we worship a foreign country that was created 80 years ago.
As to exactly what I was talking
And wait, I want to see which sides respond to it.
about. So let me explain it simply. There are people in our government right now who believe in a biblical prophecy of
Yes, yes, yes. I know exactly what she's talking about. I've been down this rabbit hole at least once.
about Israel. Pete Hegseth, Lindsey Graham, Mike Pompeo, Ted Cruz, Mike Johnson, Mike Huckabee, and many, many others.
Okay, wait. What was that? Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel. Where's Peter Thiel? He knows a lot about the Antichrist, or however that song in South Park goes.
Believe a massive war surrounding the Middle East will bring Jesus Christ back. They want this. To them, this is the good ending. We'll all be saved.
Yes, I'm well aware of some of these people.
Great. Awesome. Unfortunately, many Americans and many people all around the world will die in a giant nuclear war.
Right.
No.
Or at least a war brought upon by the forces of hell.
Not great. Bad.
Which pretty much describes nuclear war anyway.
Even. This particular religion is called dispensationalism.
Oh yes, I know about this. I think I remember watching a Religion for Breakfast video on it.
A type of evangelical Christianity that became popular in the 20th century. That's right, today we are talking about the EQ. The evangelical question.
What? You thought it stood for intelligence? Oh, no. You thought it stood for emotional quotient? Nah, man.
Evangelicals are one of the largest religious groups in America, and they are a huge, important voter bloc. Important detail to remember. What you have to understand is evangelical Christianity is absolutely fucking obsessed with the end times. This isn't just like an offhand thing that's mentioned in the Bible and they bring up sometimes. No, this is like their whole fucking thing. It's
even when it doesn't have too much basis in the Bible. Like, I know that Book of Revelation does have somewhat to do with prophecy, but back when it was first written down and composed and all that, it was originally just a book of history that happened to have a little bit of prophecy in it. But it wasn't until like after the 1500s did people actually start considering it to be prophecy.
like all their talks, their sermons, their books. Basically, they are extremely horny for the end of the world. And
yes, and then all their books. No, I remember watching a video reaction by Internet City about some corrupt mega pastors, where they have where the person who made those videos talked about how they have all of these books that were written by them for sale all over this area, and it's like there's not a single copy of the Bible amongst them.
Many of those people are in the president's ear right now.
Yes.
And strike and strike and strike and strike and strike and strike and strike, for angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda ata ata rata.
What the is she trying to speak in tongues right now? What the hell is she doing? All I heard was baka, which in Spanish means cow, but in Japanese it means stupid. You can probably figure out which meaning is the correct one.
That schizo is Paula White Cain,
Okay.
Trump's current spiritual advisor. Like,
there's no way.
Most evangelicals, she considers Israel her spiritual home, thinks Christians should be mandated to go to Israel in order to go to heaven, and believes that backing Israel is a biblical mandate. Now, what the f am I talking about? What are these?
I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. No. That clip that I just saw pretty much tells me everything I need to know.
People mean by biblical mandate? Well, thanks to the Scofield Bible, a version of the Bible that placed little, like, notes next to everything.
Oh, why read it for yourself when you can have someone else read it for you?
That explained the biblical text. Evangelicals believe it.
Okay, was this actually, I'll save that for another time.
Is their duty to protect Israel. You're probably thinking like, okay, so what? Like, we have overlapping interests with Israel. Who cares if these evangelicals want to protect Israel, right?
Right.
Well, there's a little more to it. Basically, the evangelical dispensationalist belief goes like this.
Let's
Step
go.
1. The Jewish people return to the land of Israel.
Well, it depends on what you mean by Jewish. Do we mean people that are religiously Jewish, or do we mean people that are ethnically Jewish? Because I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people that are religiously Jewish but don't have any ancestry going back to the Middle East. And I'm sure there are people that are ethnically Jewish but aren't necessarily religiously Jewish.
Step 2. Israel becomes the main character in a massive war.
So they want the people to go there and suffer. Is that what's going on?
Step 3. Global destruction called the tribulation occurs.
The tribulation's already over, and this is something that I can promise you. It ended in 2024, I think. It started in 2017 and it ended in 2024. Don't ask me how I know that or why, or whether or not it's even true. And you could say that I made it the fuck up, but I have very specific reasons for believing that.
Step 4. Armageddon happens. And step 5. Jesus Christ returns.
So they want to kill all the people there. That's it. Who the hell? Oh my god, what the hell am I looking at? There's no way that this is a real song. This has to be an AI-generated song.
Behold, the fruits of Martin Luther. To get my biases
She's not wrong.
out of the way a little bit, I was born and raised Catholic. Baptized,
Yeah, I was also born Catholic. I was only raised Catholic for the first 7 years of my life, but then we had a falling out with our church because they wanted, for reasons that I could explain, but I can't right now.
Union, confirmation, catechism class for years, all that stuff. I stopped caring for a while and had like a edgy atheist stage as a teenager. Then I was
I'd imagine. I know that my older sister, yes, I know that song, but I know that my older sister went to Sunday school.
agnostic for a while, and then in 2020, when I moved back home during COVID, I returned to Catholicism. Needless to say, I am comfortable with identifying as Catholic again today. I don't talk about this.
I've already made my thoughts known about who I am. I am myself. That's all you need to know. Well, actually, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Because it's not relevant, but it's relevant here. I have many Protestant friends. A few are evangelical. This isn't to like hate on them, even though I'm going to be making jokes, but it's just to shine a light on a heavy bias some people in power may have towards the Middle East. If a bunch of Catholics were in power pushing for us to go to war for the Vatican or something, that would also be a conversation worth having, but that is not happening right now. And if you're wondering why Ted Cruz
endorses article accusing traditional Catholics of being parasites. Oh, good lord. So we're going back to this again.
Suddenly out of nowhere is sharing like
is this a
10,000 word AI slop Twitter essays about how Catholics are parasites? It's
son of a bitch. Isn't the UK and Ireland are I don't remember. I'm trying to connect it to the fact that Ireland is predominantly Catholic, but then Northern Ireland is predominantly Protestant, but I don't know if that's an apt comparison.
Because he's
I don't even know if I used the word apt correctly. I guess more accurate is a better term.
I heard that Catholics don't believe in the same doomsday prophecy about Israel as him and other evangelicals do.
Right.
Catholics are not religiously obligated to support Israel. Same with Orthodox and honestly, most branches of Christianity.
Yeah, it's specifically a Protestant thing.
Evangelical Protestants, on the other hand, don't know how to fucking read and think the modern state of Israel is the same Israel mentioned in the Bible.
It's not.
This would be like the fry cook at McDonald's being named Jesus and you falling to your
or better yet, someone at a bowling alley named Jesus.
knees and worshiping him as a savior and then blowing up the world for him.
I came into Congress 13 years ago with the stated intention of being the leading defender of Israel in the United States Senate. I've worked every day to do that. Growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed.
That's why I haven't done either.
Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two...
Hold on.
Oh no, and here it comes. The petty little disagreements that led to the schism of the 1100s.
Hold on. You're a senator, and now you're throwing out theology, and I am a Christian, and I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel.
To think all of this...
Well, it depends on what you mean by Israel. Do you mean the children of Israel, or do you mean the country that exists today? Because I'm pretty sure those are two different things.
Could have been avoided if we simply named Israel Sand, New Jersey.
Sand, New Jersey. No, we should restore it back to its previous name of Canaan.
Dispensationalists take the Bible extremely literally. They're basically like the autism of Christianity, which is why so many Protestant evangelicals in our government are Zionists. Now, let's discuss the word Zionist, because I know that word like makes some of you cringe, and I don't blame you, because
I know.
It's kind of just like thrown around so haphazard.
Yeah, I know what it actually, like, in the earliest days of Zionism, it was obviously it was the idea that there should be a homeland within the Middle East for the Jewish people. But back then, it was a very, very secular concept, to the point to where religious the first Zionists were very much secular in their nature, and they considered religious Jews to be, to paraphrase their words, the scum of the earth, and that they wanted to have a colonial settler state similar to other parts of the world that were colonized by Europe. But of course, later on, because definitions change and stuff, it ended up changing to where it just meant just a place for the Jewish people to live, to call their own.
Today, it basically means nothing anymore. There are Zionists of all races and religions. Not all Jewish people are Zionists.
Yeah, they wanted to create a Jewish state in Palestine and with as much land and as many Jews. Yeah.
Not all Zionists are Jewish. Most Zionists in our government are not Jewish. So don't let them ever guilt trip you into thinking you're anti-Semitic for criticizing people like Ted Cruz. Also, it's not anti-Semitic to criticize the Jewish people in our government either. Like Randy Fine, bro is a freak. There's a
I'd imagine he kind of
Semitic to criticize the Jewish people in our government either. Like Randy Fine, bro is a freak.
He looks like a freak. No offense.
There's a reason the first time I shook Netanyahu's hand, I did not wash it until I could touch the heads of my children.
What the hell does that even mean? No, that is kind of freaky.
What the f***? Anyway, contrary to popular belief, Zionism does not mean when you, like, passively support Israel as, like, a good ally to have in the Middle East. That is
that's not what it means.
Not what being a Zionist is. It's like a whole ideology. It's like a movement. Now, one of the major...
You see, it's a lot like Rags to Bitches. Thugnificent's album, Rags to Bitches, it was more than just an album. He considered it a whole movement. He was gonna pick up where Malcolm X left off. That's how big it was supposed to be. But then he released a new album, Mo Bitches, Mo Problems, where he started using that damn auto-tuner and he started rap beef. And then he pretty much lost everything after that.
Characters who believes in this, like, doomsday lore anime is Lindsey Graham. If you don't know who Lindsey Graham is...
I kind of know who he is.
You've probably seen him on Fox News a few times. He's been on, like... every single night the past 3 weeks. To make it short, he is the senator of South Carolina, and he is a notorious neocon warhawk. He has never met a war he didn't like. He is basically the real-life version of the Holden Blood Feast.
Holden, 118 years old. Please, God, just let us nuke Iran. Nothing else matters. I'll do anything, please. I just want to see burning flesh one last time before I die. Respectable bipartisan.
That is Lindsey Graham.
I've never seen this before,
so Lindsey, girl's name, by the way.
No, that reminded me of that one scene in the Drake and Josh episode where they were trying to go to the wedding, but their car broke down, and so they were just kind of stuck out there, and they tried to call the towing company, where the guy was named Leslie, and then Drake was making fun of his name because he's dated like 5 Leslies, all girls, only to find out that the towman, he was named after his father, and then his father was named after his father, and they both fought in wars, and so he decided to abandon them.
Believes that defending Israel is God's will, and has said things like,
if America pulls the plug on Israel, God will pull the plug on us.
And I
pulled the plug on you before you even got started.
I wouldn't blame anybody if they assumed he was the senator of Tel Aviv and not the senator of South Carolina.
Yeah.
When his own state was hit with a massive hurricane,
oh, wait a minute.
bro said this.
Elon Musk for that. You know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. They're running out of ammunition.
Okay, instead of focusing on your own state and your own people, you focus on someone else and it's no wonder Zoran, mom and daddy, ended up winning New York mayor. No, he was up against people who were like, the first thing that I would do was visit the Holy Land, and then Zoran is all like, I'd stay here in New York.
In Israel, we have to help our friends.
The man even outright says he would support a foreign country over the citizens of America.
All the anti-Semitic.
I see. No, so much for being America first.
I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day.
The anti-Semites and the isolationists, the isolation, saying you aren't with Americans and are with a foreign country is so fucking insane for a United States politician to say. How is this guy still in office? This is like borderline treasonous.
I'm pretty sure he's just got an obligation to the party more than anything else.
States, you just wait to see what comes in the next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks meaning what?
We're gonna blow the hell out of these people.
I'm sorry.
Okay, he's not even trying to hide it.
We're gonna what? It's not war if the balls don't touch. Okay, so Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz are weird, American last freaks who believe this doomsday shit, but like, who cares, right? There's a bunch of those guys, like, who gives a f what they believe? Well, here's the issue.
They're in power.
Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham might be the little birdies in Trump's ear pushing us to do this war.
I urged the president to launch this attack. As you noted, I was with him pretty much the entire day on Friday before the attack launched on Saturday. Pretty much the whole time he was asking me what I thought we should do on Iran.
And Lindsey Graham apparently had direct contact with Netanyahu. To help make the case on Iran, Graham traveled several times to Israel in recent weeks, meeting with members of the country's intelligence agency. "They'll tell me things our own government won't tell me," he said. He spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, coaching him on how to lobby the president for action. Netanyahu showed the president intelligence that persuaded Trump to go ahead, Graham said. Yes, done. Netanyahu, someone we should definitely listen to when it comes to this subject.
There is no question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons.
And this ended up happening.
No question whatsoever.
No question whatsoever.
And they didn't find anything.
It's crazy how I literally warned about this happened. Like months ago, I literally warned the administration, keep away from Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, the RoboCop rebooted hits when it starts with Tehran under U.S. surveillance, and then it ends with overtop. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Trump, listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's following her.
Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not.
It was cute, but yeah.
Not touching any other country. We're not touching the Middle East, especially.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this was back then. Oh, I think I remember watching this video.
No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. I just need to say, I don't like being correct about this stuff. I would rather be wrong. I would love nothing more than to be f***ing wrong about everything. If we don't put boots on the ground, if we don't create a new forever war, that would be the best thing ever. You can come back to this video and say, na boo boo, you were wrong.
No,
and I would be like,
we'll hold you to it eventually. We'll see what happens.
Hell yeah, fantastic. That would be wonderful. I will personally write a handwritten letter apologizing to Cat Turd for not trusting the plan. I don't know what the f*** is gonna happen. All I know is I saw a commercial for the military with white men in it. So, not a good sign. And right now, as I am making this video, our good friend Lindsey Graham is talking about putting boots on the ground.
Here's what I tell President
Where's the time machine? Oh,
keep it up for...
It said it was... It's in the corner of the video, it said January 31st, 2026. And I think she was referencing a video that she made at that point.
A few more weeks, take Carg Island, where all of the resources they have to produce oil, control that island, let this regime die on a vine.
Is this going to, though, take Carg Island? Is it going to involve U.S. troops on the ground?
We did Iwo Jima. We can do this.
We did Iwo Jima, we can do this? What the f***? For those unaware, Iwo Jima was one of the most brutal battles of World War II. About as many Americans died in that battle than all of the Iraq and Afghanistan war combined. This guy's a f***ing freak.
Is that so?
Also, who the f*** is we? We? You enlisting Lindsey Graham? Bitch.
No, that's the thing. A lot of these people will talk big game about, yeah, we got to go to war and all that, yet they themselves won't ever do that. At least back in the Middle Ages and stuff, even back in ancient times, you'll have, like, kings going to the front lines in order to defend their kingdom. Yet you have these people that are in their cushy little White Houses and shit, and they don't want to do anything about it.
We have the best chance in 2,000 years when Iran is neutralized.
I'm sorry.
The history nerd in me wants to facepalm really bad, but instead I have my fingers on my cheek. 2,000 years, huh? What version of Iran existed at that point? Was it the Sassanids? Or... I think it was the Sassanids. I don't think the Sassanids cared about Judea at that time. They were too busy dealing with Rome to really deal with whatever the heck is going on in what is essentially a backwater province to Rome. 2,000 years. I don't even know anymore. What he just said, I don't even know anymore. Oh my god. Well, fuel prices are expensive here too, so I mentioned that earlier.
I thought this war started in 1979.
Exactly. That too.
When the Iranian Revolution overthrew the puppet government we installed in the 1950s.
Did we install it?
I guess I was wrong. This war actually started 2,000 years ago. That's right. It's not about weapons of mass destruction.
It's about Rome versus Persia.
It's not about bringing democracy to Iran. Turns out we're fighting an ancient desert war. Exactly what MAGA voted for. Another factor that is relevant to these warmongers
I don't know.
banging on the war drum is, of course, money. Ted Cruz and Lindsey...
Money. I don't care about music. I want money.
Receive a ton of money from AIPAC. Many politicians.
Which one is AIPAC?
In our government are paid by AIPAC, Democrat and Republican, which is why you probably don't see a ton of anti-Iran war stuff coming from even the Democrats, when they would usually jump on literally anything to make Orange Man look bad. The only thing Democrats and Republicans can agree on is protecting pedophiles and war. Great. AIPAC stands for the American Israel.
Oh, okay. I was like, I never actually knew what AIPAC was.
Public Affairs Committee. Now, you might sometimes see people bring up like AIPAC money, like, oh, this guy takes AIPAC money. And maybe some of you don't really understand like why that's a big deal. So I'm going to explain it in a nuanced way you can hopefully understand. The reason why people don't like big money being involved in politics in general is because it can literally purchase the way a politician will govern.
Yeah, you can buy and sell them if you give them a large enough offer. They might not even like you at all, but if you give them a huge sum of money, they're willing to suck your dick, and they will suck it to the ends of the earth. Have 140 days of fuel reserves. Yeah, they're gonna be yeah. Personally, I'm not worried about gas prices where I live. Yes, it's annoying and it's a nuisance, but as long as I can get to and from work, then I'm like, just eventually it'll come back down, even if it's not in our lifetime.
For example, if a billionaire CEO of a health insurance company donates to a politician, you can bet that politician is probably not going to advocate for things like socialized healthcare or anything like that. And if a candidate takes a lot of money from something like AIPAC, that is a sign they will probably have a heavy bias toward war in the Middle East. That's why people prefer when a candidate only takes like small donations from voters. There's no corporations, billionaires, or foreign governments pulling the strings there.
Yeah, if it's a donation just to at least help support the campaign, but it's one thing. But if you're getting some sort of hush money, then people are not gonna like that. That ain't a good look.
Like how I take money from you.
Yes.
People.
Let's go.
I am funded directly by Big Simp.
You see, this, what was it? This program was funded and approved by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and was supported by viewers like you. Thank you.
Some politicians get paid a lot by AIPAC, and some politicians sell out for the price of a Big Mac and fries.
$9. This Mike Collins guy that looks like Discount Thump, if I'm not gonna lie.
Yikes. Weird fact, one of the top donors to AIPAC was actually the creator of OnlyFans who died recently.
Really? Wait, he died and AIPAC gave him money?
He gave like millions of dollars to AIPAC. And
okay, OnlyFans owner pledged $11 million to Israel lobby report.
AIPAC gives millions of dollars to the people in Congress. So in a weird way, our government was partially funded by OnlyFans whores.
That's... No, I misread that. I misread that. I thought he was given money, but no, he was giving money. Oh, Lord of mercy. Is that because it turns into a plutocracy? Yeah.
Checks out. But you gotta understand, a lot of these guys would do it for free. Hypothetical. Yeah. One country must no longer exist. A, the United States. B, Israel. Choose.
I could just not choose if you're asking me. No, that one guy that I think Lessons in Meme Culture made a video about, there was some guy that was trying to hassle another guy who was kind of fiddling with their jacket zipper. It was like, gay rights or economic reform, and the guy was like, both. And the other guy was like, you can't choose both. And it was like, I just did. And then you have to choose one. And then he said, I reject your question. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm just not going to answer. Or better yet, I could just say both. Let both countries just no longer exist. Let the land between Canada and Mexico well, actually, let all the states just become their own countries at that point. And then Israel, they're on their own.
Read Revelations and report back. When people talk about the separation of church and state, this is the shit they're talking about. What the f? Like, exactly. What do you mean there's an American politician saying he would rather the nation he allegedly serves be destroyed over evangelical Wakanda? Get this guy out of here. I actually responded to this guy. We had a little Twitter fight. And
oh no, I still encourage you to read the Bible.
He just told me to read the Bible. There are people in charge of our country.
Now, to be fair, I haven't read that much of it. I just know the bare basics.
Right now, who believe we have to go to war for a biblical prophecy. That is a giant, major conflict of interest. We need to be asking people like...
And then there are some people that I know, I'm not going to name names, that would semi-ironically consider this a good thing.
Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham, Mike Huckabee, Mike Johnson. We need to be asking all these evangelicals in office the same exact question. Also, I just checked how much this guy gets paid from AIPAC. And,
oh no. Oh, here we go.
What?
Oh yeah, Don Bakken. Of course he does. It's a U.S. hasn't been one for. It's not even it's a plutocracy. It's all about the money, money, money. Because it's all about the money, money, money.
Oh, buddy. Okay, so here's where it gets schizophrenic as
Oh,
While
wait.
I am telling you this, please keep in mind, I don't believe this. This is what they believe. Because as I was writing this, I felt like a crazy person. With the evangelical doomsday lore, there is something called the Third Temple. In Judaism, there were two temples. There was the first temple built around 10th century BC, and the second temple rebuilt around the exile. And the third temple is this idea that a new Jewish temple will be built on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem to help usher in end times. So
I don't remember where this was. Is this in the Talmud? Because I can't remember exactly how it works. I do know that within Judaism, within Jewish prophecy, the triangle, yeah. I do know that within Jewish prophecy, one of the things that the Messiah is supposed to do is rebuild the temple, but so technically, and I know that some people in the government are actively trying to rebuild the temple, which Jew boy shaking his head right now. He's all like, these people, he doesn't, it'll happen on its own time.
Interesting side note here. Jewish people, especially Orthodox Chabad Jews, who are basically like the evangelicals of Judaism, believe building this temple will not bring on the end times, but the Messianic age.
Yes, that's the thing. That's one difference between how Judaism perceives that kind of thing versus dispensational evangelicalism, is that they view it as just the coming of a new age, which is personally how I view such a thing. Like, for me, the end times isn't necessarily all doom and gloom. For me, it's more like a rebirth of the world than anything else.
Otherwise known as the Golden Age, where everyone will live under no-hide laws, where the concept of worshiping Jesus would basically be illegal. Meanwhile, the evangelical end times,
yeah, I'd imagine that.
The Jews will convert to Christianity. So Christians and
pretty much.
Jews are,
or at least until the apocalypse.
Are both looking to build this thing for very different reasons that do not complement each other at all, yet they are both working together to do it. And both think they will be right in the end. Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of War, has openly talked about rebuilding the Third Temple.
Yeah, and it's not the first time that it's been talked about.
And there's no reason...
Yeah, and Jew Boy is not on board with this.
...why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible.
Man, we just want affordable homes and groceries.
No shit, I don't too. Now, if you ask me how I felt about the Dome of the Rock, knowing me, I don't really care that much about it, to be honest. I have no personal attachment to it, even if it is where the temple once stood.
What is this? And Pete Hegseth, according
they are pro-Antichrist. It doesn't surprise me one bit.
According to the president, is apparently the guy who does not want the war to end.
I said, Pete and General Raisin Kane, I think this thing's going to be settled very soon. Here they go. Oh, that's too bad.
No, that's the thing. No, he keeps talking about how, Trump, the president keeps talking about how, yeah, we're going to want to end the war. Keep talking about all that. And it's like, but the people around him are all like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep fighting.
Pete didn't want it to be settled.
So, what is so bad about rebuilding this temple? If none of this is true, like who?
I mean, if they want to rebuild the temple, I mean, that's going to piss off some people. It's not going to piss me off, granted. I know there are some people that do... I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point.
Gives a shit, like freedom of religion. Well, here's the issue. If the goal is to trigger a massive war in order to get Jesus to return, they will do shit to make that happen.
Right.
They will want to destroy and destabilize the Middle East.
They want to force it instead of simply just letting it happen on its own.
And they will use your sons and daughters to do it for them.
I go back to South Carolina, I'm asking them to send their sons and daughters over to the Mideast.
Wow, the childless warmonger with no stake in the future and moles
wants to talk. I still don't know what that means. No, the freaking at the beginning of the video, while she was doing her ground news ad, she showed some left-wing article about thump tacoing. Do you know what that means? Because I don't know what that means. I'm only thinking of the taco from Lego Movie, but that's not even spelt the same.
On his ass, wants our children to go fight and die in another pointless war? That last thing is true, by the way, about the moles. Look it up.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention.
Or that moles on his ass.
Send their sons and daughters over to the Mideast.
Oh, she's talking about... I thought she meant moles as in a spy, but she's talking about, like, moles on your face.
That last thing is true, by the way, about the moles.
I wouldn't know.
Actually, don't.
Oh, that's what that means. People keep making up new shit that even I am too old to really keep up with. But then again, these are old people that are coming up with these terms, so maybe I'm too young to understand it.
Don't. You'll regret it. Don't. Also, the area they want to build this temple thing on already has, like, a big mosque on it.
Yeah. I personally, I don't really care about this structure.
Called the Al-Aqsa Mosque.
It means the furthest bowing grounds, because this is allegedly where Muhammad went on his night journey.
I don't know how to say that. And destroying the site would have, like...
Al-Aqsa. Right? It's a so Al-Aqsa.
Devastating consequences for the Middle East and for us. Not that they care. Just keep an eye out if that Al-Aqsa Mosque...
I'll ask ya.
...gets conveniently destroyed by a rogue Iranian missile or something in the...
Would Iran want to destroy it, though?
Upcoming days of the...
I'm pretty sure the people of Iran would not like that.
War. So yes, it is a holy war. We are being non-consensually dragged into a holy war by 3 different sets of desert people. Just as I started
Here we go. Yes, my desert brothers. Too old to... I'm not reading that, Rhodey. Yes, as someone who's 12% sand person, I can guarantee you that... I don't know what I can guarantee you. I just wanted to let you know I'm 12% sand person.
Get my life together. Now here is the important question. Could all this doomsday talk these politicians are saying out loud just be religious pandering to the massive evangelical population that votes for the GOP?
It probably is.
Get them to vote for a war that is ultimately about, you know, like land and weapons and territory.
I'm pretty sure they just want Jesus.
Or whatever the Yes, absolutely yes.
Yeah.
It could all be bullshit. They might not actually believe it. I mean, a bunch of politicians, like, they're going to islands and, like, rape kids.
No shit. These are the same people that do all that, yet they want to make believe that they are people of Jesus and God.
I think these people believe in God. But remember, like I said, many do. Sometimes people really do believe in things and they will kill and die for them. Or, you know, make you go kill and die for them. I know it's hard for people to understand this. They understand it perfectly well when it comes to radical Islam, when Muslims will, like, blow themselves up for Allah or whatever the Yet when it comes to other religions, like...
Yeah, it's okay when we do it, but it's not okay when they do it.
They can't really comprehend it. Just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean the people who do won't do crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, because they believe in something. US commanders across more than 30 military bases told troops the Iran war was part of God's plan and linked it to Armageddon.
The commanders said that the president was anointed by Jesus in the light of the signal fire and around to cause arm. This is sounding like Winston Jerome in the Boondocks, who claims to have seen Jesus while he was like, "You see, Jesus, I want to write plays for women. What do they want to see?" And Jesus said, "Sexy men." And what else could he do? Cross-dressing. And so Winston Jerome put on a wig and a... She spews so much truth. Yeah, shoe0nhead's great. But so Winston Jerome put on a wig and a fat suit, and that's how Medea was born. Because wait, Tyler Perry's getting a message from Jesus now. Praise Jesus! And now he wants Ma Dukes' boyfriend, otherwise known as Medea's boyfriend, to kiss her on the mouth. Change it in the script! Praise Jesus' rewrites.
Commander said Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon.
I don't see Jesus in that photo.
The Military Religious Freedom Foundation says it has received over 110 similar complaints describing the war as biblically sanctioned and a sign of the Christian end times. So here's the question. Does Trump believe in this?
It's hard to say, honestly.
No, I don't think so. But
I'm sure he does.
People around him do, and they talk about it all the time. And after Trump was like a millimeter away from being brutally and horrifically assassinated on live TV, probably not good or healthy that he has people like Mike Huckabee in his ear, the United States ambassador to Israel, saying this in regards to bombing Iran.
Wait.
Mr. President, God spared you in Butler, Pennsylvania to be the most consequential president in a century, maybe ever. The decision on your shoulders, I would not want to be made by anyone else. You have many voices speaking to you, sir, but there is only one voice that matters. His voice. I am your appointed servant in this land, and I am
And when he says his voice, is he talking about his own voice?
Available for you. but I do not try to get in your presence often because I trust your instincts. No president in my lifetime has been in a position like yours, not since Truman in 1945. I don't reach out to persuade you, only to encourage you. I believe you will hear from heaven, and that voice is far more important than mine or anyone else's. You sent me to Israel to be your eyes, ears, and voice, and make sure our flag flies above our embassy. My job is to be the last one to leave. I will not abandon this post. Our flag will not come down. You did not seek this moment. This moment sought you. It is my honor to serve you. Mike Huckabee.
You know the third commandment? The one that says not to take his name in vain? That would be a very good one to follow in moments like these. Because when it says that, it's not talking about using him as like saying, oh my god. It means taking him in the name of like vanity, taking him up for yourself. Say, using his name for selfish purposes. Because when push comes to shove, they like to people like this like to talk about how, oh, they're so faithful, but when you get right down to it, they probably don't even know half the shit that they read.
Not since Truman in 1945. What did he mean by this, chat?
Oh, was that where Hiroshima and Nagasaki or whatever?
In conclusion, evangelical Wakanda is an interesting aspect to all of this to consider. It might not be the only cause of the war. I don't think it is. I think there's many different reasons.
There's a number of reasons.
But I think it is pretty important to
It's 11 that people are adoring him. Yeah, it's one of those.
Consider the fact that there are people in power right now who are very close to the President of the United States who maybe...
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are disbelievers, although there are some individuals whose names I will not mention that semi-ironically believe that what they're doing might be a good thing, albeit not necessarily to the extent that others might think it's a good thing. I don't want to name names because I'm not ready to talk about who they are yet.
A teeny itsy bitsy bit biased when it comes to war in the Middle East. Also, draft Lindsey Graham. That is all.
Yes.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. If you guys want a completely uncensored version of this video with no bleeps, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All Patreons get a raw version of each video a day before. Become a member of Big Simp today. Also, big shout out to Ground News again for sponsoring this video. It was hard to get a sponsor for this video. I was about to do it with no sponsor, and Ground News was like, sure, we'll do it. Talk about whatever you want. Like, that's based. That's based. Go give them some love. And I will see you guys next time with a slop video. I promise.
Let's have a slop video. Yeah, but that was crazy. There were some parts where I had trouble with, but I don't really care. No, this was certainly enlightening, would you say? But yeah, it looks like that you're using the term kafir correctly, Rhodey. Because I've been meaning to make videos about the Arabic religious terminology for a while, but I've never gotten around to doing it because I spend so much of my time doing other things. I want to make more videos like that, but right now is just not a good time. A great teacher, you see all this crazy shit, people wanting to force his hand in full pride, and you just, no shit. That's how I feel about things that I believe as well, about my beliefs as well. And then you have people talking shit about them because they just believe in what all the apologists on both sides say. And here I am, who does his own research and found his own meaning to this world and to what I would perceive to be most to his word. And so it's like, but I guess that is how. Maybe the real Iran war were the friends that we made along the way, even if it seems like that we just had made a bunch of enemies. But yeah. I wish okay, so yeah, that'll be it for that reaction video. I kind of want to talk more about this kind of stuff, but yeah, knowing what I do, and it's like, no, I've been meaning to want to make more videos about that kind of thing, but I just haven't had the time to. I mean, I do have the time, I just rather focus on other things, because it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, but I wanted to wait until I have a much larger audience. That way, more people will be able to listen to what I have to say instead of just, you know, I don't know. But I don't really have anything else. Now I'm just rambling. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom, and then we'll be looking at some more stuff. Whoops. Me do me, right? Yeah, I know. It's just I want to talk about that kind of stuff, but it would take so long to do and so much research. Like I already mentioned it, just certain Arabic religious terms whose meanings have been, at least in my view, they've been distorted for the past at least 1,200 years since the time of the Abbasids. But that is a whole can of rabbit holes that I don't want to get into right now. I mean, I would like to get into it, but especially with all of the, I guess we can call them sentiments in recent years. But I've already made my basic thoughts on them known in at least 2 videos. So, with the most important one being, you probably know which one I'm talking about, but let's see. I've got a few other videos that I've got lined up for. Now that we finally got the main meat and potatoes out of the way, let's get to some dessert. This will be a follow-up to the previous Bladed Angel. Well, actually, since you're here, I don't want to trigger you again with the video that we took a look at earlier. We could move on to something that's unrelated to bad drivers, unless unless you genuinely don't mind looking at this. Because car owners are getting dumber, because we have this Voyak here who is in shambles. Because we looked at the road rage epidemic, and the Bladed Angel recommended looking at the bad driver epidemic that he made last month, because he recommended it, so I feel obligated to want to look at it. Unless, of course, you don't want to get triggered again. Here, give me a moment. I've gotten to the point to where I need to drink significantly more water than I was before. Because I do also have a Language Simps video on Hindi that we could take a look at. But let me check some things. Not much to report. Here, let me check on something. To eat your shorts. Yes, eat pant. Yeah, we're gonna eat pant tonight, as they say. Alright, here, let's go ahead and take a look at this video here about the bad driver epidemic. I may or I may not let this be a VOD exclusive. It depends on how I'm feeling and whether or not I have the patience to edit it. But let's go ahead and check it out.
So last year we talked about how car owners are getting dumber. Drew Gooden talked about how cars are getting dumber. But
okay, let's do this thing.
But now it's time we also talk about how car drivers are also getting dumber.
Let's go.
2019 to 2021, despite people being inside more from the pandemic and significantly less cars were on the road, driving deaths increased by 17%, making it the largest 2-year increase since the 1940s.
Has it really been that long?
Studies have shown drivers are more distracted than ever due to cars having literal screens inside of them.
Yeah, I don't really like these very much. My mom doesn't like them. Both my mom's car and my dad's truck have these screens, and personally I don't like them. And in fact, we also have, like, it also includes little cameras that let you see from behind, which defeats the purpose of, like, checking your blind spots. No, even with those types of features, I always checked my blind spots. I always look both ways whenever I'm, like, backing out of something.
Instead of, you know, buttons and dials that just change AC. But more importantly, everyone now has...
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have that with our car. We have these little... We do have, not necessarily buttons. They're more like triggers, if anything.
Access to smartphones now. Also, apologies to anyone who bet against me making another car video on Cal Sheet. Told y'all you should have quit gambling, but...
Oh, here we go. No, I know what I don't like about... They're just... It's just a newfangled what's-a-majigger.
Here we are. Yeah, my generation is cooked. Despite less Gen Z drivers being...
Yeah, apparently it's a Gen. Just you wait until they get... Replacing them with AI slop. Okay, well... So, Teslas.
On the road because they're getting licenses way later than every generation.
Oh, he's not wrong about that. I didn't get my license until It's 2026. I'm 28. I got my license in 2020, so when I was 24.
Before them, they're somehow
vibe coding cars
more likely to crash than any other generation, with 49 incidents per 1,000 drivers, nearly double the rate of millennials. You know, it's sad when people in my generation flex.
Just raw dogged a 6-minute drive to the grocery store. No Twitter, no YouTube shorts, no texting. Locked in on the road the whole time. Built different. No shit. No, I mean, I'll have like a video. I'll have a video running. Like, I'll plug my phone in and I'll have like some video playing in the background and I'll just like listen to that as I'm driving. But like hell, I would ever want to do something like hell, I would ever want to check my phone while I'm driving. Granted, I've been guilty of doing that in case a video, like I finished listening to a video and I want to look at a new one and I don't want to stop because I'm in the middle of a highway or something. So I'm like, I want to scroll a little bit to do this, even though I really shouldn't be doing that.
About raw dogging driving. Like, I already thought raw dogging plane flights.
Come with me to raw dog this 10-hour flight to Greece. No Wi-Fi, no movies, no books, no headphones, just me and my thoughts. I mean, I would like to drive. I do like driving with me and my thoughts, but sometimes my thoughts distract me.
Wasn't that big of a deal that people make it up to be, but driving without a radio or texting or other distractions, that should not—
With attention spans lowering with every generation, this tweet will become unironic in a few years.
Not be a flex. That should be the bare minimum. Really, we're flexing the bare minimum now. This statistic still blows me away, but to be fair, I will mention, not all of Gen Z is driving age yet. Gen Z also is driving—
Are we not?
Way later than other generations, usually with the average age of getting a license at 20 years old instead of 16 or 18, meaning that there's still some hope. Maybe the rest—
the reason why I never did it is because I've been too busy with school and other things to really want to learn at the age of 16, even though I did want to.
The young Gen Z will lock in and level out the statistic a bit. Please tell me you guys could do that. Now, of course, texting and distracted driving, in my opinion, are only part of the main problem. The biggest issue is speeding, crashing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And even streaming. Yeah.
Yep, here we go.
Streaming
while driving. Never in my life will I ever do something as ludicrous as this.
While driving has to be one of the goofiest—
Mostly because I can't. I'd have to bring my laptop and my phone so that you could get, so that way I get my avatar moving.
Trends made by one of the lamest groups of people. I'm so sorry. If you think motorcyclists are cornballs with the TikToks they post, you have not seen the absolute cornball behavior that is driving streamers.
Yes, driving streamers. They're cornballs and nerds. They're Oreo double stuffs. They're fruity boys, pansy pantses, and bitch ass.
It's up there with scalpers, honestly. Check out that video.
Yes, the scalper up it. Still have the prismatic evolutions.
After this one, if you haven't already, but legit, social media has ruined it.
Moment WWE's Vince McMahon gives bizarre excuse for speeding at 100 miles per hour after horror crash.
Driving way more.
And what is this excuse?
Than anything else has.
Oh, we saw this in the other video that he showed us.
Social media has ruined so many hobbies. Why do we have to film everything nowadays?
Which is why I don't have one.
It's much less broadcast.
Woman charged with taking down pedestrian in Zion was allegedly live streaming on TikTok while driving. Bitch, that's what you get.
To a live audience. Like, this isn't even cool driving either. It's just NPC behavior, like stuff you would see a Grand Theft Auto NPC. In fact, I take that back. That's offensive to Grand Theft Auto NPCs. I think watching GTA NPCs driving is more entertaining than like that.
This is entertaining because at least it's just a game, whereas in real life, it's real life.
99% of driving streamers. And the only time driving streamers are entertaining is when they're crashing due to some of their own stupid behavior, and we all just want to laugh at them, and they deserve it. These clowns are—
Yep, and then this infamous clip that I remember seeing. Yeah, the guy that was filming was bleeding out the head, and Jack Dipshit kept telling him to record.
Really out here thinking they'll do numbers by streaming their commute. And the worst part is
and he was looking at his phone going fast while it's going down the highway while it's raining, and then he slips off.
Don't even do their commute competently because they're just reading chat half the time.
Yeah, then this looks like a rainbow vomited on it.
I'm completely distracted. This garbage,
and of course he's just topless,
is not worth the bandwidth it's being recorded
It's
on.
not.
Driving requires the utmost attention, since even a single second has these multi-ton metal cocoons barreling.
This clown again. We're living in clown world, as they say, and this is the embodiment of that. I'm pretty sure clowns have better driving sense than them.
Straight into a wall, and that's not an exaggeration.
Don't underestimate 70 miles per hour. Don't even underestimate 10 miles per hour.
Because 70 miles an hour has your car go over 100 feet in a single second.
Yeah.
Do you know how far 100 feet is? Blue whale for scale.
Yeah.
Also add a cheeseburger.
And the blue whale is the biggest animal in the world, so yeah.
For scale for the Americans. That's what happens in a single second. So reading chat and for like even just a couple seconds and looking away from the road can take away someone else's life. And
no, I mean, we've had like seminars at school that teaches don't text and drive.
I'm gonna say this.
So this should have been hammered in at a young age.
It's like no matter how much flack us car guys used to get for street racing in the prime underground era from 2000s to 2019.
Yes, while listening to Night of Fire, we're running in the 90s right here.
At least us car guys only risked our lives when we speed down empty roads in the middle of the night. And we all like have an honor system where we're like,
no, I was about to sing a Eurobeat song, but I didn't know which one I was trying to sing.
We know the risks we're doing. If my car loses control and maybe even slides into yours, you signed up for it, I signed up for it. You know, nothing is sadder than watching these driving streamers who are willing to swim, cut, or even, like I say, just run reds. Like sometimes it's not even like they're—
no, they just do it blatantly, thinking that it's a stop sign.
Doing bad.
And clowns have, yes, they have. That was the point that I was trying to make, but it kind of came out wrong.
Fast driving. It's the most lame NPC behavior.
There's nobody typing in his chat. He is broadcasting this garbage to actually nobody, just crickets. And yet he is—
yeah, at least here, I'm sitting on my ass comfortably while streaming to at least a few people. Could be more, but you know, you take some, but you know, things take time.
Still too focused on streaming to pay attention to the road. Basically, T-bones a car that's coming through. He runs a red light, blatantly filming his crime.
They'll run a red and ruin someone else's life, but we know better than to be—
real car enthusiasts never ruin other people's lives.
Stupid and run red lights, you know? That's just straight up, we do not persecute these losers enough. These driving streamers have the same level of IQ as like modern prank channels where they—
yes, here they in prank channels.
You literally get a kick out of making other people's lives worse.
Or because this French influencer just got sent to jail for a prank where he faked syringe attacks on strangers, filming and posting video clips where he could be seen sneaking.
Oh, hell no. No. Get that shit away from me. It's things like this that make people afraid of needles. It's not the fact that they're pointy, it's the fact that they're basically weapons in the hands of fools like this.
Up on people on the street and then pretending to inject them with an empty syringe.
It's really same tier as scalpers, maybe even worse, because scalpers just ruin people's lives economically, not literally. This is just complete clout goblin behavior. And the goofiest ones are like the—
yes, when they drive on this lane, I still can't remember what it's called.
Non-car MFs with 0 track days, never driven a supercar, much less even a sports car, but they think they can run from the police. Like, ain't no way this is confidence, right? This behavior has to be stupidity or deep delusion. I don't know how deep they're into it, because if I'm a medicated and clinically diagnosed schizophrenic and I'm still smart enough to not try to run from the police in my 800 horsepower supercharged Z06 or modded Porsche Night Rod, I don't know what crack pipe these guys are on. They're tweaking on Fent. We have these clowns out here actually pushing the buttons and playing with GSP in some bones stock Civic.
They think that they're in Grand Theft Auto,
knowing damn well those Chargers are pushing north of 800 horsepower. Who are they thinking they're gonna outrun? The ice cream truck man can run them down mid, bro.
This is faster than a stock Civic.
This is GSP though. They'll pit maneuver someone for even thinking.
Driver was okay. Chill, YouTube.
About running in their head. Best part is this is free entertainment. I don't even have to worry about my tax dollars being wasted on GSP cars because they just impound the ones that they capture from these fools who drive around.
Oh, I get it. So they take these cars and repurpose them?
From them. Then they convert those impounded cars.
Oh my god, that's actually low-key kind of fire.
The new pursuit vehicles. We actually got—
that's actually crazy. I was not expecting that.
Skill-based matchmaking IRL before GTA 6.
Good
and
lord.
What further pisses me off—
no. It's gonna be something like this that gets GTA 6 delayed again.
Is the lack of accountability these drivers have.
You would run 101 miles an hour on the expressway, you would not pull over.
Wait, and let me guess. This is a Karen that thinks that they can't do any wrong because I'm a white boy in a hoodie.
You would not pull over.
You didn't. Wait a minute. This is what that other lady that we looked at the last week. We looked at some police cam footage of someone who was speeding. VTube Studio disconnected a little bit. I gotta wait for it to come back. I'm gonna have to reset it. Son of a bitch. Give me one moment. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. There we go. Yeah. We were looking at that one video of the guy who got caught speeding and they didn't have their license on them. And then their girlfriend tried to get away. And then they finally caught up to her and she was all like, I didn't see you behind me. You scared me. And it's like, there were literally flashing lights behind you. How the hell did you not see them? And apparently that's what this guy's doing too. All occupants are alive and unharmed.
Sit down, please.
Oh my god, how the hell did that happen? Oh my god!
Done crazy now. Why was you driving 108, man? Huh?
I don't know.
Why didn't you stop?
Why did these motherfuckers think 4 passengers in regular ass cars would outrun a GSP Charger? I don't know.
They'll actually get upset when the police wreck them. Like, I'm not a bootlegger, but it's like, brother, you run, you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And
it's called FOFO.
And even if it's not anything to do with the police, right? Like modern car guys, like we've lost the plot because they'll just crash their BMW into someone else's Miata by the fault of their own because they're crossing over the yellow line.
Oh my god, no. What just happened there?
You should not be doing that through a blind mountain turn. And then they'll still make a sad boy post about like, oh, the end of
an era.
An era, guys. It's so over, bro. And it's like, brother, you weren't able to handle your own car. You also broke the most basic road law, which is stay on the side of the road you're supposed to.
No shit. I've seen this like a few times. Like I've seen this where I'm like driving and then I see them like halfway on the hash mark and I'm like, get out of the way. Please.
Supposed to be on. Like anyone who crosses the forbidden mustard in a blind mountain turn, they should just have their license revoked. That's peak Darwinism award right there.
That
like,
should
the
be.
entitlement that some of these awful drivers have for getting called out on their dangerous driving behavior is crazy.
Yes, drivers are unharmed.
It's just called having consequences to their actions. And if gentle parenting didn't teach them that, then society about to teach them.
No shit. The getting pink slipped by Georgia State Troopers is crazy.
Tenfold. It does bring a smile to my face to watch Instagram put some of these clowns in their place. What's up?
Yeah, Instagram comments be calling out people. That this is how a new law targets street racing in Georgia.
Though is every time the news media covers stuff like this, as if car guys don't already have a bad enough reputation,
the fact that there's a term called car guys.
Non-car MFs are moving into our spaces and dragging our name through the dirt. Even further, we're getting muddied, bro. Some of these clown-ass news articles even refer to this behavior as street racing.
Yeah, yes, it's Jack Dorkey.
Incidents, and it's mad tragic since the term street racing doesn't even mean anything anymore. Like I miss when it was underground, bro.
I miss when it was all like I have like 3 different Eurobeat songs that I wanted to sing. I was thinking of one that was in DDR called Not Alone, and then I thought of one called Fantasy. And then oh my god, there's so much Eurobeat that I could be singing right now in response to that, but I don't know.
The whole point of driving fast is not to get publicity from it. It's not to.
This is real street racing in the middle. Oh my god, no. I'm trying to sing Night of Fire, but I have others that keep trying to butt in.
Get clout. It's not to get attention. Regardless, I already have a whole video dedicated to that topic and how we should gatekeep the car community more to try to protect the sanctity of terms that we've invented. Check it out.
No, I've never heard of the car community. I didn't realize that there was one.
After this one, but if you enjoy automotive content,
why don't we just play some Initial D instead?
And random rants, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. Welcome. Love to have you here. Anyways, these social media crash outs aside though, it's not just the younger drivers who are driving worse, since we really need to retest some of the older folks, which brings us—
I mean, that's a tried and true stereotype. I know South Park made a whole episode about that.
To the next issue.
We learned the victims, Diego and Matilda, were celebrating their wedding anniversary and were headed to the San Francisco Zoo.
No Vine booms this entry, right?
With their 2 young children before they were waiting at the bus stop when 80-year-old Mary Fong Lau crashed into them. Matilda's mom, brother, and Diego's sister spoke to the judge about the pain and trauma they have endured and described Lau's request to reduce the felony charges to misdemeanors as insulting.
It is insulting.
What?
Older drivers need to be.
Oh my god! And let me guess, they were just trying to. I don't even know how to respond to that. Honestly, that's just a.
Be tested. Start doing it.
After age 60 is where you're factually proven your reflexes start dropping.
Every 5.
Oh yeah, this also reminded me of the King of the Hill episode where it was like, no, Cotton wanted to renew his license and was like, one day Governor Reagan will run for president. They just changed the chart.
5 to 10 years. I'm not trying to be rude. It's for the rest of society's sake, and it's only fair if I'm gonna chew out the younger generation.
And then the argument they use is that we served in war, so we have the right. We've earned the right to smoke weed.
We look upwards too, because I'll be this harsh to myself. Like, assuming I'll live to 80, I hope to God I can still drive. But if I find myself struggling to keep up, I will gladly take tests. I won't complain about it. I want to prove that I'm worthy of driving still. And
yeah, it shouldn't just be one. I'd imagine you need more for an eye exam.
I'm not just.
All right. One day, Governor Reagan will run for president. All you gotta do is say that and you'll get your license rather quickly.
Gonna be a menace to society, but just hope that society puts up with me. I know retesting isn't foolproof, but it's definitely better than the alternative of just assuming people are set for life after passing once, but then they end up annihilating an entire family's bloodline.
It's a story out of San Francisco about an 80-year-old woman who was driving 70 in a residential area.
Oh my god.
She was zooming, reaching ridiculous speeds, crashes into a bus stop, entire family of 4 who are on their way to the zoo. And she's not going to prison for this.
And how did she survive, though?
Her defense? I don't know what happened. Car just took off. And I guess that was enough.
Yeah, if she couldn't even see what happened, she shouldn't be on the road driving.
I genuinely get so pressed thinking about this clip from Charlie, because like when he brought up this situation of this woman, when someone is at the end of their life, and like again, nothing wrong with being old, it's just me proving a point that like younger people have their whole life ahead of them. You hear that phrase all the time because it's true. They had so much potential they could have given to this world, and they got it stolen away from them. We don't know if they could have been a future doctor or engineer who could have cured cancer or made a rocket to Mars or something.
And wait, this is, oh my god. I don't want to have to bring up that one guy who was... what was the name of that one guy, that one degenerate streamer who was who didn't care about the fate of children in that one, what was it? Was it a flood or a storm that ravaged Texas? It was like, their jobs are going to be taken by AI, so what difference does it make? And I'm like, and everyone else is all like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's basically the, I don't know why that got brought up in my head, because I'm pretty sure some degen like that is gonna try to bring that up, and it's like, no.
Meanwhile, the other person who's a living fossil gets to live with 0 consequences. That's not a fair trade. That map is not checking out.
Yeah.
This goes for our government too, by the way. Like, I'm tired of the old and the rich taking away the futures of the young and the
no shit.
Healthy. Whatever happened to the saying, society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they will never sit in? Meaning that it's the duty of our elders to look out for the young.
Yeah, society grows great. And this is a Greek proverb.
Even if it's a benefit they'll never actually see come to fruition, because that's just part of maturity. Instead, they're just out here like selfishly like, nah, just smash.
No, this is what happened with COVID, pretty much. Like, we have to save your grandma, so we have to lock down the entire country, and nay, the entire world.
Him into pieces, baby, and then deny any consequences. And that goes for not just this driving behavior, but even like the economy, right? Like, that's a can of worms for another video. We'll just stay on topic with bad drivers.
A sports car is speeding down the highway with cops in hot pursuit. The Bentley is going over 100 miles.
This is a multi-millionaire Vance. Yeah.
An hour with no signs of slowing down. Then the speeding car slams into another vehicle before smashing into a guardrail.
There we
Cops
go.
in Westport, Connecticut have some serious questions for the driver.
Dude's out here acting like it's neat.
What the hell was that?
For speed most.
I don't know nothing about double vision.
Wanted.
Isn't double vision where you like sometimes you get dizzy when it happens?
Except he's 80 years old. He's literally an octogenarian, and he is just unable to even control his vehicle at these speeds.
An ambulance? No, I don't. All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I gotta get it. It's the next day.
Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights, but it didn't look normal.
It didn't look normal, so was it an alien?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you and you keep taking off.
Truth be told, retesting should also apply even to middle-aged drivers, but in a different way. I mean that like driving innovations, much like the rest of technology, has changed a lot in the past 2 decades. We have a lot more roundabouts, diverging diamonds, and hawk
signals. Oh lord, have I ever seen one of those before?
For pedestrians. And I'm tired of hearing the excuse, oh, but no one in our city knows how to use roundabouts. That's why we don't want to implement implement them. That's why we don't want to learn how to use them or implement more of them. And it's like, just teach people already. The government has...
It's just people are averse to change. That's what it is.
The mandated program that gives us our licenses to begin with, right? Use that same program to just reteach people when, like, every decade or so. And, and it can be a short retest. This one doesn't...
Just teach 40 to 59-year-olds.
Need to be a full one, because I understand government resources. We don't want to stress the DMV out with their super slow wait times already. Pull them in and only teach these people the new concepts. Like, I think people who've never seen a roundabout diverging diamond, they shouldn't keep pulling the excuse of, well, I don't trust people to know how to use it. I don't know how to use it.
Personally, I don't trust people to know how to use it.
For my city shouldn't implement it. It's
yeah, I know what double vision is.
I want your city to implement it because it's just de facto better for driving flow. And I remember every Midwesterner in my childhood complained about roundabouts when they first were implemented for 2 years in Indiana. Like, everyone's like, oh, remove these. They suck. They don't make sense. You know, that was so long ago. That's like more than a decade ago at this point.
There's a bunch of roundabouts where I live. I mean, there's like, well, there's only 3 that I know about off the top of my head, but you know.
But now,
well, actually, no, there's 4 that I know about. 2026 Indiana roundabout enjoyer.
You couldn't pry those same roundabouts from most Hoosiers' cold dead hands, because that's how much people in Indiana love those roundabouts now. And it's completely valid too, because it's so life-changing when you...
I do remember coming across a video in my recommendations saying that it was proven to be, that roundabouts are proven to be safer. Although I haven't watched that video, so I can't verify whether or not it's true.
Realize you don't need to sit at stoplights for 3 to 5 minutes at every intersection anymore. Like, I still miss Indiana so much for that. Every time I revisit, I'm like, oh my...
All lanes closed to construction. Yeah, there's been construction going around a highway near where I live for like the past 2 years at most.
I can go like 30 miles in less than 30 minutes. Then I come back to Atlanta and I'm lucky if I get 6 miles down the road after 45 minutes. Like, it's torture here. It's like rolling a dice. Sometimes I get 6 miles in like 15 minutes. It's the worst kind of gambling, bro.
Yeah.
Roundabouts are the most freedom-inducing innovation for traffic. You don't have to wait at a traffic light over and over. And like I said, it's just...
I don't know. The roundabout that's literally down the street from where I live, sometimes there's a traffic light that's literally right next to it, and then sometimes I see there's a whole line of cars clogging the roundabout.
Great for everything, for saving gas, testing cornering capability. It's very fun. Great for bikes, cars, even great for pedestrians, and it costs way less for the city to maintain.
Yeah.
It's a win-win-win.
Although I did see at least one crash on a roundabout because some people just don't know how to use them. You're supposed to yield to whoever's coming.
Win-win-win. The only downside is their size, and I'll acknowledge that. They shouldn't be put in congested, historical downtown areas like New York, for example. They're not just going to start demolishing nearby skyscrapers to stretch out an intersection to fit a roundabout. But for suburbs, I don't think they have an excuse not to start implementing these. I don't care if drivers don't know how to use them. Teach them, because suburbs, with all this suburban sprawl and car-centric
all of this
design in America, I'm tired of seeing yet another intersection. Like, this is a really bad habit in Atlanta, especially where they keep adding intersections.
Oh my god.
And you only...
That's a Peachtree Industrial has like 25 plus instances of single neighborhoods getting full traffic light timers.
See like one dude come out of the neighborhood sometimes. 50 of us will be stopping at a red light for like 2 whole minutes for one dude to leave their neighborhood.
Oh, now there are some lights in the entrances of some of the neighborhoods. I've used some 3 times in the same sentence, but I don't care. But I've only seen it like pause for like a few seconds.
That could have been a roundabout. This brings me to my next issue. No matter how smart of a driver you are, bad driving and traffic are still an inevitability when bad infrastructure is present.
That's pretty much how a brother moment from Boondocks works. Usually, a brother moment doesn't normally end when you think it ends. It kind of just hangs around like an unpaid bill. And then Huey Freeman mentions that a misconception that people have about the brother moment is that it can be avoided by simply moving away from brothers. But if only it were that simple. Brothers always have something up their sleeve, and I guess that's how bad drivers are as well.
Our roads are some of the worst in the nation.
Atlanta is on this new traffic report not once but 4 times for areas like here on 285 for some of the worst bottlenecks in the country.
Sometimes bad driving is the result of horrible infrastructure. And dear God, do some cities,
this kind of thing,
especially Atlanta, have some of the worst traffic infrastructure I've seen. I deadass think
I don't really know that much about Atlanta other than the fact that there was this one time where it snowed there and it was only like maybe an inch of snow, and the traffic there came to a complete standstill to the point to where someone had to give birth on the highway because they couldn't handle an inch of snow.
traffic engineers must be professional paint huffers or something. I'm not hearing them out, by the way. No other city in America is this bad at city planning. Like, I get Atlanta is built in the foothills of a mountain, but so is Beijing, China, and Delhi.
Oh, and they have better stuff.
India. And those places have way higher population density than we do. So if they figured it out, why can't Atlanta? Like,
he's making a really good point.
I've lived in Texas, Oklahoma, Indiana, and I've traveled through all 48 continental states since my siblings lived in Arizona, New York, California, and so on. I've gone overseas to Japan, to the United Kingdom to visit family, but never in my life have I encountered some of the dumbest infrastructure decisions as I have here in this city.
Just a few hundred feet that way is another neighborhood. It would be an easy walk, but there are no sidewalks.
Never mind. I'm not gonna read those little captions there.
To get there, no roads to even drive there. By drone, it's a 30-second flight.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I understand what he's going with.
By car? Let me show you what it takes to get there. So what you're gonna need to do is flip the U-turn and the meander about a mile out.
Oh my God, no. That reminds me of this neighborhood that I used to live in. I made mention that I had a Japanese backyard neighbor. They lived in a completely different neighborhood. Like, it's like they're literally, you just had to walk like a few feet, a few yards to get there. But if you wanted to get there by car, you had to leave the cul-de-sac that we lived in, drive down the street, and then drive back in there just so you could get
back to the main road where you're going to want to hang a left, and then speed past through houses all the way down to Arnold.
Oh my God, a 1 minute drive taking up towards of that
take
long.
Another left as you zoom along at 45 miles an hour, all the while gobbling up an entire medium-sized bag of Skittles as you make another left turn and wander through miles of another forest of houses.
It takes a drone a minute and a half to get there, but oh Lord of mercy.
8.4 miles. The shortest possible legal route between the two neighborhoods that are actually...
Good Lord, that's absurd. And I mean, I can understand if you didn't want to hurt any of these trees, but I'm just saying, they're literally right there. I'm pretty sure they could make a road that connects them.
Actually only 1/3 of a mile apart.
I felt so vindicated by this video that explained how bad Atlanta's driving infrastructure is and how nonsensical a lot of the roads and like just design is here. In ATL, two neighborhoods can literally be butt to butt, like facing back to back, and it could literally just be like a 2-minute walk from each.
Oh, something like.
But instead of just finishing a road that connects.
Oh yeah. I was gonna make mention, wanting to connect the. I'm pretty sure we have similar types of things in neighborhoods around where I live too.
I'm right, like, oh, just have these neighborhoods connect. They instead do this annoying long roundabout way that takes you 15 to 30 minutes across town just to reach a destination that was effectively in your backyard.
Yeah.
One of the intrusive thoughts I have on motorcycles and e-bikes is I just ride over the grass. Like, it's socially unacceptable to
I say that as you're doing it right
on a
now.
car. You can do it, but you might get ticketed. But when people see like a Honda Super Cub, yeah, those can ride on grass. Who cares? And like straight up, that's one of the reasons I like ride more than drive now, because this
nice.
actually drives me insane. Like no other city I've lived in has this insane obsession with constantly subdividing a single store against its whole parking lot, and then you cannot drive through its parking lot to the store next to it. You have to rejoin the main road.
Oh, I've seen this a few times too, where you'll have like, yes, I know exactly what he's talking about. Like there'll just you'll have these two, like a restaurant next to another restaurant, and then there's just this dividing thingy. I don't know what you would call it, a curb. Sometimes it's got grass in it. They're like right next to each other. You would think that you want to share a parking lot, but no. You have to exit out the parking lot of the one place, and then you drive around in order to get to another. Oh, and that reminds me of the gas station that I live nearby. Oh my God. In order to get there from one way, there's like... It's kind of hard to explain, and I'm like hell I'm going to show you a map of that, but... Just know that sometimes it's a pain to get to them.
Just to go from like CVS to like some cafe, even though they're literally next to each other, but they didn't connect each other's parking lots. And it's usually just due to selfish zoning laws where they're like, nah, I don't want to have to spend extra money to build a little connection point with you. Like, f you. What am I
No, this place is for parking here at this store. I've seen plenty of that too, where there's a little parking lot that's dedicated to a specific place, instead of just being a more general purpose parking lot, which I understand if they wanted to do, which I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, damn, there's no other place to park except here.
X-Star is being used for then.
You end up with more traffic. So if you try to avoid the traffic on foot, that's a problem because most neighborhoods never built any sidewalks.
Yeah.
Even in front of the elementary school. So even if a kid did want to walk, they can't. Which means at 8:30 in the morning, they join 18,000 other parents, moms and dads, all dropping their kids off here and jamming up this intersection. Fewer people walking and less ability to pay for sidewalks if you wanted to. Or heck, even just widen the street, make it nicer for cars to go down. there aren't enough taxpayers on this road to pay for those improvements.
I'm not even mad at Atlanta drivers.
They didn't have any diesel fuel? Damn.
Here. It's not the citizens of Atlanta's fault. It's the paint-huffing traffic engineers who did.
Well, technically, I'm pretty sure it's the city or the state that pays for all of this stuff with taxes, which the taxes are paid for by the people. And so it's technically is the people's fault for giving their money to whatever government decided that this was all a good idea.
All of this to us. But yeah, that's it for this video. Like this video if you hate bad drivers. Share it to anyone who does.
Okay, yeah, that was... I didn't have a lot to comment on, so we're definitely going to leave this a VOD exclusive. So be sure to check out the entirety of the VOD on your own if you're able to. Let's see. It is 3:43. I have time for one more video tonight, and then we will call it a night because I have to wake up early tomorrow. But I want to take a look at the Language Simp's latest video about the Hindi language, which place your bets in the chat. Is he going to call it the do not redeem language? Because I have a feeling that he might as a joke, because he tends to call these languages by these let's call them offensive nicknames. But I don't know that much about Hindi, other than that it's a descendant. It's one of the official languages of India, along with English. And that it's one of many languages in India that are descended from Sanskrit, which is a very, very old language. But I want to see what Language Simp has to say on the matter. Hold on, let me make sure that this is sped up because it's a very long video.
नमस्कार, लैंग्वेज रिव्यू के एक नए एपिसोड में आपका स्वागत है। मैं भाषा सिंह हूं और मैं अमेरिका से हूं। आज हम हिंदी भाषा के बारे में बात करेंगे, otherwise formerly known as T-Series language.
T-Series language, there we go. Anyone remember the legendary battle between PewDiePie and T-Series?
Indian, butter chicken.
Indian butter chicken.
Language, Cricketanese.
Cricket.
Call centurion.
Yes, there. I forgot about call centers.
Or Korean.
Oh Lord, it's good. No, and I call it the do not redeem language. This is the language that you're not supposed to redeem, and I guess Language Simp decided to redeem it.
Before we begin, if you want to support my channel, get more videos from me, and join my growing community where we share daily updates on our language learning journey, consider joining my Patreon for just $3 a month. This is episode 18 of Language Review, a series where I go through the languages of the world and review them, sort of like a film critic or a video game reviewer. I'll discuss who speaks them, their grammar, their difficulty, and tons of other things before finally giving them an official Bahasha Simp certified rating
Bahasha Simp
on the Simp scale. If you enjoy this video, let me know which language you'd like me to review next in the comments, and without
review Indian now.
Further ado,
no, the thing is, oh my god, what the hell is this freeze frame? Oh Lord have mercy.
Chai pilo, chalo.
Hindi? Or is he doing it on purpose? I do know that India has a lot of languages. There's so much language diversity in India that there's two distinct language families that form the majority of India. I mean, there's a few others, like especially in the east, that have there are some language minorities that exist in the east of India that are related to some languages in Southeast Asia. But there's two main language families that reside. There's the northern languages that are the Indo-Aryan, and then there's the southern Dravidian languages.
I thought it was Hindu. You're saying it wrong, you uneducated American.
Shut your dumb ass up.
Hindi is a language. You're thinking of the religion, Hinduism. Could you be any more American? Oh.
Yes, and we have to have the Crocs-themed Happy Meal.
Probably not. Hindi is a gigantic language with enormous reach all across the universe, and it's the
all across the universe.
Third most spoken language on planet Earth.
That doesn't surprise me, considering that there's over 1 billion people that live in India.
Brutally mogging Spanish with over 6 million total NPCs who speak it.
Yeah.
Hindi speakers are legit everywhere. I mean, no matter what country you go to, there's bound to be a guy somewhere speaking the language.
Who's trying to get you to redeem who's trying to get you not to redeem.
The iconic head bob and probably cooking the most delicious food in the Milky Way. But surprise, surprise, Hindi is mainly spoken in India, a humongous country hanging off of Southeast Asia like a Dorito.
It's also spoken in Pakistan, but it has a different name and a different writing system.
Which is home to the highest number of NPCs in the world, endless lore to discover, an almost infinite amount of side quests to go on, and countless people waiting to give you the greatest head massage money could buy.
Yes, I've had Happy Meals before.
Unfortunately, this might be the most made fun of country in the world that gets the most unnecessary amount of hate ever. But the truth is, every country has problems.
Yes.
With over 1.4 billion freaking NPCs, there are bound to be some bad things, but they also have some
bad things.
The best of the best there. Like heck, they've given the world a lot of bests. Shining beacons of life and human ingenuity like Mahatma Gandhi, who everyone knows.
Yeah.
The recent world chess champion Gukesh Domaraju.
I have no idea who this is, so I wouldn't know.
The talented actress Priyanka Jonas.
I don't know who this is either, other than that her last name seems to be Jonas, which implies that she might be related to the Jonas Brothers, but I highly doubt the Jonas Brothers are Indian.
My friend Rahul.
His friend, okay, well that's important if it's his friend.
CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai.
Oh, is he is this guy actually the CEO of Google?
Who keeps me employed, and many more.
I'd imagine. Yeah, don't delete my channel, please.
And I must say,
I know I've made a lot of redemption jokes, but please.
Indian names are the coolest in my opinion. I mean, those guys all sound
Rahul.
like superheroes.
Yes, this is Rahul.
India is a gorgeous country with shockingly breathtaking nature, awe-inspiring historical sites, and rich cultural traditions that date way back before my country was even a fetus.
Yeah.
Shit, I want to throw colored powder.
Yeah, India as we know it today goes back at least 3,000 years. Not necessarily to the, I mean, there is some continuity between the Indus Valley and India as we know it today, but we don't really know anything about the Indus Valley besides the fact that it existed.
On myself and dance around like they do on Holi. That looks like fun. And as I hinted at, Indian food is arguably the best in the world, especially.
I mean, people fought wars over trying to acquire spices, the spice trade, and the Silk Road and all of that.
If you like spicy. Aber pass auf, Digga. If you've got a weak Western stomach like me, you're screwed. And you can buy the food with rupees, the most iconic currency in the world that they stole the name of from the
No shit, look at this. No, this is the only rupee that I've ever known. What the hell is this? This is not a colorful green gem. This just looks like a freaking nickel, but different. That's what it looks like.
Rupees in The Legend of Zelda. And Bollywood is dope. But why is it called Bollywood? It's based in Mumbai and should be called Mollywood. Seriously, why would you watch E.T. when India has their own version of
Koi Mil Gaya.
E.T. filled with sick dance sequences?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Indian action movies are next level and way more realistic than Hollywood slop. I also love cricket. Somehow it was all the rage in my predominantly white suburban American neighborhood in the early 2000s.
Was it?
Yes, I literally grew up playing cricket. I love cricket. I understand it more than soccer. I hate soccer. India is cool. I see why Christopher Columbus set sail looking for a faster way to get there. He wanted paneer, but all he got was tacos.
Yes.
India is great, and it's so nice that they have just one language that they all speak everywhere in the country.
No, that's not true at all. I just demonstrated a moment ago that that's not true.
Yes, it's perfect. Every Indian speaks Hindi. It's the only language in the country. Calm down.
No, it's not. This is a map of all of the languages of India. Well, actually, there are far more than just these. My avatar is in the way, so I'm gonna move around so that you can see where they are.
Was a joke. India has over 500 languages that they all absolutely do not share. It is one of, if not the most linguistically diverse country in the universe, so just speaking Hindi doesn't actually unlock you all of India's DLC.
Yeah.
It is, however, the predominant language in this northern region known as the Hindi Belt, and it's also a major unifying language of the country alongside American. So
American. No, it's not English. We're calling it American.
if you grab a random Indian person, there's about a 50% chance that they speak Hindi, which does make it the most popular language there.
Yeah, besides Bengali and Marathi.
Others will speak one of, or many others, like Telugu, Tamil, Gujarati, Esperanto, Bengali, Marathi, Punjabi, or even Canada.
Yes, not Canada.
What the call is the Justin Trudeau de Katy Perry? There are
What the fuck did you just say?
actually a lot of Hindi speakers in Canada, though. You'll also find
Well, yeah, because they keep immigrating. They keep emigrating them, which is causing the cost of living to skyrocket.
in Nepal, Mauritius, Fiji, South Africa, the UK. I mean, everywhere. It's even popular.
I mean, UK, that makes sense. It was a colony at one point, after all.
We're in Kabul because I hear the Afghans there are huge fans of Bollywood. And here
Are
in
they?
Freedom Land, we're lucky to have over 850,000 Cricketanese speakers, some of whom I'm personally friends with, like Rahul. I've even studied Hindi a bit myself 3 years ago, and if you want to learn Hindi or most other languages, you should really click the link in the description and sign up for a free 7-day trial of Pimsleur.
Pimsleur
is genuinely the greatest language learning resource I have ever used because it follows one of my biggest guiding principles of my own studies, speaking from day one. Basically, you pick an otherwise link in the description.
I have to finish this video
today
soon.
To sign up for a free 7-day trial of Pimsleur and to support my channel. Now let's get back to Hindi.
Why are you only talking about Hindi? Urdu's basically the same language.
Technically, yes, it is the same language. It's just a different writing system. They use a modified version of the Arabic script, though.
Talk about Urdu.
Whoa, calm down. I love Urdu and I love Pakistan, but I just think the two languages deserve separate episodes. One day I'd love to make an Urdu review so I could focus more on Pakistan and all the culture surrounding Urdu. In this video, I will point out some major differences between the two languages.
Yeah, obviously they do have differences, but they're technically just the same thing.
But I do want to highlight,
or at least they're both branches of a wider group known as Hindustani.
That Urdu and Hindi speakers can absolutely understand one another. The two lingos are mutually intelligible, at least in everyday speech. And Urdu is actually very common in India. It's surprisingly complicated. The divide seems to be more historic and political, not geographic. And the Hindi language does have dialects itself, but it's more of a dialect continuum, so there aren't very clean boxes for me to put them in. So I'll overgeneralize and say that broadly, there is Western Hindi and there is Eastern Hindi.
And then there's both, because of course there is.
Please forgive. Bhasha Sim. Haris. Terrible map.
This is a terrible, for his terrible maps.
Stop. Hindi dialects. He tried his best. India is complicated.
Yes.
Western Hindi dialects are mainly spoken around Delhi and surrounding states, and they've got more overlap with Urdu and were heavily influenced by Persian.
Yeah, that makes sense after the migrations and shit. I'm having trouble commenting on this, but I don't care. I'm gonna do my best.
There was also a push in modern times for Western Hindi to be Sanskritized, which means the language has been artificially pushed to sound more archaic and standard, like the older Sanskrit language.
What are the odds that I'm pretty sure there are some people that want this to happen to English to make it sound more like Old English, and they call it Anglish instead.
You've just been Sanskritized. So Western Hindi often sounds clearer, more formal, and more prestigious. You could kind of think of someone with a Western Hindi dialect as a Latin speaker, using more complicated formal grammar and structures. Standard Hindi.
So if you were trying to speak Italian, but you added a bunch of more features that were more Latinized.
He is based specifically on the Khari Boli Western Hindi dialect of the Delhi region, and this is what's taught in schools, what you'll hear in Bollywood, the news, and it's what you'll most likely learn.
Okay, so like the standard variety, because similar to modern standard Arabic, is that so?
The Eastern Hindi dialect.
Actually, that's a much better comparison, modern standard Arabic rather than Italian with Latin features. Because I know that modern standard Arabic is more based on classical Arabic and is considered more formal, but most Arabic speakers usually just use their local vernacular.
Mainly spoken in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Chicago. Eastern Hindi grew a bit apart from Western and developed more independently from that Sanskritination push. So you could think of
Anglish, yes.
these guys as almost like more relaxed and diverse Italian speakers. And like Italian, they have more exaggerated regional differences, especially in rural parts.
Right, yeah, Italian has a lot of different dialects and languages.
And finally, there are a bunch of related languages that people think are Hindi, but are actually completely different languages.
Yeah, those languages, they're all descended from Sanskrit, but they're all very, in the same way that the Romance languages are descended from Latin, but they're still very distinct from each other.
Like Bhojpuri, which is linguistically distinct, and due to historic migration, is also spoken in the Caribbean, not New Jersey.
Is it?
So now let's talk about the writing system. This was very hard to learn, so I may make mistakes.
I know the basics of how it works. It's a syllable-based, they refer to it as an abugida. It's a syllable-based writing system where the default form is like so those are like ba, ka, da, and then they use diacritics to mark vowels.
The Hindi language is written in Devanagari, beautiful word by the way, which is a massive beast of a script with 44 insane-looking letters that are completely new to us gringos. Wait, scratch that. There are actually 51. Psych, 52.
It depends on the language.
There's literally a debate on how to count them. I couldn't tell you how many there are. In America, we have half as many. Mexicans still only 27. And the Russians go all the way up to 33, which is still a lot less than Hindi. And it's definitely not like Russian, where many letters are so similar to ours, and others are so deranged that they're hard to forget. To be honest, at first glance...
Yeah, nobody really knows where it comes from. I mean, one of the leading ideas is that Sikh is one of those scripts that derives from Phoenician, even though there is some evidence that it derives from what's known as the Brahmi. Well, it's derived from the Brahmi script, which in and of itself has ambiguous origins. There's some evidence to suggest that it might derive partially from the Indus Valley script, and then there's others to suggest that it might be partially derived from Phoenician, like a lot of Western-based alphabets are.
Hindi letters all look the same to me, and when written together, they look like a bunch of...
I do know that this one is, I think it's an ah. You see Sanskrit and have no idea how it works? Yeah. I think this is an ah. I know this because I recognize it in the om syllable. Because the om syllable is spelled ah, oo,
vines and monkeys hanging from giant tree branches that connect them all at the top.
Yeah.
That's because each letter has a roof or an umbrella on it, which I can only imagine is there to shield it from the acid rain problem in Delhi. Okay, deep breath. At least it's written left to right.
Yeah.
That's about the only comforting thing I can tell you. There are technically a whopping 39 consonants. For starters, there are 4 T's. 4 different T sounds.
Yes, I know exactly which ones he's talking about. There's the regular da, then there's the aspirated ta, and then there's the retroflex da.
First,
and I don't know what the 4th one he's talking about is.
There's the guy kicking his leg out, which makes the soft T sound, like da, da, da. Then there's the
da.
pirate hook, which makes the deeper.
Yes. Oh, it's 5 syllables. Wait, I think it's 5 syllables. It's ah, 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 oo, like that.
T sound, like da, da.
Da.
But then there's this thing that looks like a 4, and it makes the soft T sound, but with an added H noise after it. So it's
ta.
like ta.
Ta. Yes. Da, da, ta, and da.
Ha. And finally, the hanging baseball makes the deeper T sound, but with the H again. So it's like
Oh.
ha, ha.
I don't even know. Can I get the IPA rendering of which T's that he's talking about? Then I can get a better idea of how to properly pronounce them. Because I know at least one of those is retroflex.
That's probably close enough. I don't know. Do I look like I speak Hindi? And this hard, soft.
Oh, and then there's different variations of D as well that all correspond to their duh.
The H,
yeah.
no H pattern, is the same with the D's. It's like da, ha, da, ha, or something.
He's not saying them right at all.
I'm trying. And then there's H and...
Yes, and then there's these ba, pa, ba, ba.
No H versions of all sorts of other stuff.
The voiced aspirated consonants are... You just kind of have to work on them. My avatar's in the way, but that's a BH.
Like P's and B's, but you get it. Some letters stand alone, but that pattern's a huge chunk of it. The precision needed to rapidly switch between these noises is intense. Indians must be smart. It reminds me of that Weeaboo game with the music. You gotta be
Osu.
Quick and accurate.
Of course.
But holy crap, this is by far my favorite consonant.
Which one is
It literally
this?
looks like an ayin and ka are conjoined twins hanging from
I don't even think those are the same.
propeller.
Which one
And
is
some
this?
Of these consonants can also come with a diacritic, a little dot called the nukta below them. And this changes the letter to represent sounds borrowed from Persian, Arabic, or even American that don't exist in native Sanskrit derived.
Oh, yeah. Japanese has at least one of those.
Like this is normally a J sound, j, 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 without the dot, but it becomes a Z sound, z, 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 with the dot.
Is there really no native Z sound in Hindi?
Completely different. So don't forget to learn all the nukta letters. Then there are
Nukta.
vowels, and a lot of these come in pairs. One
Yeah.
short vowel and one long vowel.
Yeah, they have phonemic vowel length.
Like this squiggly line makes the short I sound, like in sit. But if you give it a Turkish hair transplant
The Turkish hair transplant and it becomes E.
on top, it becomes a long I sound, like in C. E. The long versions tend
Yes, E and E.
to be the short one with an added mutation on them. Like this number 3 with a stick
Ah.
coming out of it makes the short A sound, like But if you add another stick to
And
it,
then
it becomes a long A sound, like in father. But we're not done there. If you then add a strand of hair
Oh, and then this becomes O.
to the long A, it becomes a new letter, which makes the O sound. But give it 2 strands of hair, and you get
And then this becomes O.
another letter that makes the ow sound.
Oh, ow? Is it ow or is it O?
Am I reading Hindi or playing with Legos? There are so many others, but I think you get the gist by now. However,
Yeah.
I do have to mention this one nightmare octopus-looking vowel that
Oh,
stands
no.
completely alone. Sorry, it scared me. Somehow, this makes the r sound.
R.
Yes, R's can apparently be vowels in India for some reason.
Well, it's not unheard of. Ever heard of the Georgian word putskvini?
But we're not done there. Now
I mean, I know that there are some languages where M, N, and L also function as vowels. Technically, here in the English-speaking world, we sometimes treat the letter L as a vowel, such as in little.
we have to discuss how vowels and consonants connect to one another. Let's look at the pirate hook consonant. By default, every Hindi consonant has a built-in short A vowel, which is this letter. So the consonant on its own is tha. But if you want to...
Do you really have to... Is it really pronounced with that Pharyngalization.
To change the vowel sound, you've got to take another vowel, mutate it, and then fuse it together with the consonant. So if we want to attach the
Spanish accents are so simple. Dumb. Yes.
long A vowel to the deep thaw, you grab the long A vowel,
Thaw.
mutate it, and fuse it together with the thaw. So now it looks like this. And it
Thaw.
makes the thaw sound.
I need IPA representation for this because I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced.
You know, instead of thaw, it's thaw. Like,
They're making it sound like that it's the Semitic da.
I think
Or te.
that sounds clear, does it? Even consonants can be fused together this way. And if you don't want to add a consonant at all, you attach a little tail to it called a virama. There are literally thousands of letter combinations when you factor in all the different symbols and fusions. Even
I'd
if it's
imagine.
Really pretty, Devanagari is a nightmare to learn and probably even just to use. However, you'll be delighted to find out that you really don't even necessarily need to learn it on the internet.
Yeah, they just mark the stress syllable, yeah.
And when you're texting, you'll find a ton of Americanized...
Paratse namaste kya ko chicken tikka masala chahiye. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if I said that right. I did my best.
Where they use the American alphabet to type. And also a lot of people...
Hello from India. Would you like some chicken tikka masala?
People just write to each other in the American language. You will
In
see
the American.
Devanagari on the internet, but you could kind of get by without it. Seriously,
Yeah.
though, don't be a beta, just learn it. The
Yeah, some languages seem to have some
problem
yeah.
with the Americanized writing that I found, however, is that natives can't agree on how to write in it.
I'd imagine. No. I've seen something like this because I know this is supposed to be an aspirated ch sound. Yes, Rodi mentions the enye, which is a letter in and of itself in the Spanish language.
Studied Hindi for a little while online with like...
And they can't agree on how to spell all this. This looks like that this would be geminated, but I know this is supposed to be an aspirated ch sound.
5 Indians, and they always typed words differently, which made it very difficult to follow. I won't get into it, but Urdu is written in a completely different script.
Yeah, Urdu is written with a modified Arabic script.
Which is also complicated, but I do find it easier myself.
Yeah, I know the Arabic script better than Devanagari.
Wow, that was a lot. So how hard is it to pronounce the Hindi language?
It's not that hard, but you kind of have to get used to the retroflex consonants.
In my estimation, it's pretty tough. You've got to constantly juggle between different similar letters and try to remember if they're deep or soft. I think nerdy linguists call them
Dental and retroflex, yeah.
dental or retroflex. Most foreigners just
Yeah, if you listen to how I'm speaking with primarily retroflex consonants. It's got that stereotypical sound to it. You have to curl your tongue upwards towards the ridge of your back, behind the little ridge in your mouth.
pronounce them the same. So if you manage to differentiate them, you'll really shock natives. Oh, and I personally struggled with a lot of the aspirated sounds myself.
Yeah, I'd imagine. It took me a while to master some of those.
Literally needed speech therapy as a child just
You needed the speech
to
therapy.
pronounce house and human, and I still can't say hey in Arabic after many years. So
Which one? Hey?
Hindi pronunciation is my crypt.
Then the random diaresis on, yeah, which makes it vocalized. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think in Spanish it's used in the word for penguin, which is penguino.
And some of the H letters don't even make sense. Like
Cha.
this thingy here is cha. But remember my favorite letter? Yeah, well, it's pronounced like cha, but with an extra H. Cha, cha, cha.
Cha. Ay, güero.
Cha. I don't know. What is it? Cha, cha, cha. Like, what are you doing there?
I don't know. If you show me the IPA, and I can figure it out that way. I know every single one of them.
The letter is
Well, not
pronounced like cha.
cha.
You have just been Sanskritized.
Let's
they
go.
sometimes use this symbol that looks like a colon and adds even more H sound
Pinguino, yeah.
to letters. They're literally just trying to troll me. And you'll also need to get used to talking like a French Indian Squidward. Because the dot on top of some letters
Huh.
it creates nasal sound.
Oh, yes.
It's like
Hong.
and yeah. Hindi even has consonant clusters, but
Kstra. Yes, I know quite a few of these that exist in Sanskrit in particular. Like, Krishna's name is technically just a string of consonants. It's Krishna. Or Krishna. Something like that.
thankfully they're not anywhere near as bad as Slavic language.
Yeah, Slavic languages are the kings of just consonant clusters. Well, besides maybe Georgian.
Could you imagine Hindi with Polish consonant clusters? But one of the best and most memorable parts of Hindi pronunciation comes from this letter, which looks like
Which one?
Denzel
Denzel Crocker.
from the Fairly Odd Parents.
Let's
and
go.
It makes somewhere between a V and a W sound.
Oh, I know this consonant. It's the labiodental approximate.
So this explains why Indians so frequently say things like vine instead of wine.
Yes.
So elegant.
I also hear them say wine instead of vine. Like, no, I hear it the other way around as well. Like, instead of saying very, I'll sometimes hear them say wary.
So beautiful, just looking like a vowel. So when it all comes
Or, what? Yeah, I know what he's talking. I know which consonant he's talking about there.
together, how does the Hindi language sound when it's spoken? You know the Indian accent in English? Well, I think the Hindi language reminds me of what it would sound like, hear me out, if Indians had their own language to match their accent.
Yes.
Wait a second, that's Hindi.
Oh, I think the Indian accent is so sexy. I bet I'd love Hindi.
You would. They sound just as cool in their native language. People love to make fun of and even imitate the Indian accent, which can be funny. I'm not a total party pooper. But in all seriousness, could you think of a warmer, more recognized...
I need to make... Oh my gosh, a viper. I've been wanting to make a video where I try to imitate different accents, but... as per usual, I never get around to that kind of thing.
And more iconic accent than the Indian one? Hindi is a beautiful language, and it sounds very expressive and full of energy. They've got very strong consonant bursts of air with
Avindo viper.
vowels connecting them. It's just a pleasant thing to do.
Avindo viper, yeah.
And in Bollywood movies, it's exaggerated a ton. So if
Is
you
it?
only learned Hindi from films, you might sound like a freakazoid goofball, but they'll still love you. And
I bet.
music in Hindi is simply outstanding.
I was about to sing Tun Tunak Tun.
I mean, just go to the T-Series YouTube channel and click around. A lot of the shit slaps. One of my favorite artists in Hindi
Yo Yo Honey Sink.
is Yo Yo Honey Singh. Millionaire song goes so hard.
He's a Sikh. Or he's a Sikh. Whenever you see an Indian guy with the last name Singh, it usually means that they're of the Sikh religion.
But my absolute favorite Hindi artist, no doubt, is Bloodywood.
Bloodywood. Is that a play on Bollywood, but it's bloody?
Which is a metal band, and they scream in Hindi. It's next level.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Very profound lyrics.
And I like female vocals in Hindi as well. They do this very high-pitched thing like dee, which was kind of weird at the beginning. It was kind of shocking and jarring, but now I love it. So now let's talk
It's a melesma.
about vocab. Hindi words are beautiful works of art. I mean, some of these Sanskrit-derived words are simply gorgeous. Like the word for
Pratinititva.
representation.
I tried to say pratinititva. Wait, there's phonemic. This language has phonemic vowel length. Are any of these vowels long in any way? Because I want to know. If I'm gonna pronounce them, I want to pronounce them correctly. Pratinititva.
In Hindi is pratinititva.
Pratinititva.
That sounds so elegant and unique. Then the word for international.
Okay, so this one, Antarrashtriya.
Is Antarashtriya, which
Yeah, Antarrashtriya.
holy crap is gorgeous, both written and spoken.
Apparently, only these two are retroflex, and this one's not. That would be pretty difficult.
I genuinely adore words in this language, but unfortunately, this is where things start to go south for me. Despite having all these historic and legendary words, Hindi speakers tend not to say them. And sometimes they
because sometimes it's considered too formal.
won't even know them. Instead of saying pratinititva, a speaker is likely to just say representation. And instead of saying Antarrashtriya, they'll probably say international. And
I feel like that happens in other languages too.
I don't mean they're just speaking English. I mean they'll start the sentence in Hindi, switch
And then they'll just get a random English word.
to English to say the big, cool, beautiful word, and then finish the sentence in Hindi. They call this phenomenon Hinglish.
English, yes. Like Spanglish, I'm pretty sure, is also something similar.
They'll say something like, "Ye hamare community ki representation hai," which breaks my little heart. Listen, I'm a Native American speaker, and I like my language.
Yes.
I feel like this takes a lot away from Hindi, does it not? What do you guys think? I'm really curious what native Hindi speakers think. Is this
The question is, what about other non-native speakers of Hindi, at least in other parts of India? Do they do the same thing, or is it a specifically Hindi thing?
okay to switch to English in the middle of your sentences? You have such beautiful words. Why don't you say them? And sometimes it's even worse. They'll say something like, "Mujhe lagta hai ki we should order a pizza soon."
Mujhe lagta hai ki.
I literally heard that exact line in a Bollywood TV series. I mean,
That doesn't surprise. Laptop instead of portátil. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, yes. You mentioned that before. Laptop.
Plus for learners in a way, because if you speak English, you already know like 50% of the vocab. But Hinglish just strips the language of so much flavor and swagger, and Indians aren't even really to blame for this. This is kind of
I think, is it a colonial thing?
Niche knowledge none of you probably know about, but has anyone ever heard of the British Empire?
Nobody ever. I mean, people don't expect the Spanish Inquisition the same way that they shouldn't expect the British Empire.
Very formal Hindi, as well as Hindi spoken in news broadcasts or political speeches, will have little to no English. But
right, as a means of, I guess, keeping up appearances. But casually, they don't give a damn. We just talk whatever.
Speech is super anglicized. The informal to formal gap in this lingo is intense. So if you don't know a word in Hindi, say it in English. It might coincidentally be what they use anyway, or they'll just understand because a lot of Indians speak English. But still, the first Hindi word you should learn, which you probably already know, is namaste. But you probably didn't know.
Yes, I did know this. I do know that it means I bow to you. Although there is this one Vedic apologist who tried to say it means I see the divine in you, even though that's not what it means at all.
That it literally translates to I bow to you. There is a ton of respect baked into this language.
Yeah.
For example, there's a word G, which you can put after someone's name to make addressing them polite, like Modi Ji. Eu acho que o Modi é muito gostoso. It would touch my heart if someone in the comments referred to me as Bahasha Simji.
Bahasha Simji.
Like your cut G. There's also Saab, which is like
Saab.
Like boss, and of course,
I mean, in this case, yeah, globalization, yeah.
Sar, which
Sar. Sar. Can you not redeem?
Is the most iconic, infamous way to say sir on the planet. And there's also quite a few ways to say you in Hindi. First, there's tum, which is the normal, friendly way to address friends or peers. Then there's ap, which is formal and used for strangers, elders, or people of authority. But
now, why don't they have this in Japanese? In Japanese, every method of saying you is considered rude, unless you're with friends. Tu.
Most interestingly, there's tu, which is very informal. You'd use this one with very close friends, children, and
you, like etu.
Hilariously, when you want to insult someone. Insulting people in Hindi is a favorite pastime of many. This is the part of the video where I really risk demonetization, so please consider joining my Patreon or signing up for a free 7-day trial of Pimsleur. Neil Mohan Saab, CEO of YouTube. The next part is purely for educational purposes.
Oh, wait, is this the guy who wanted to promote AI in all of YouTube?
Wikipedia says you speak Hindi and Sanskrit, which you had to learn yourself. Massive props to you. So please, spare me. The most famous Hindi curse word is... Am I gonna say it? Will he say it? Is he gonna say it?
If you say it, I'll say it.
Motherchode, which...
Okay, someone who has intimate relationships with... Oh, so motherfucker, basically. Motherchode. That's basically just saying motherfucker. That's what that literally means, word for word. No, I just said it twice.
Someone who has intimate relations with a mother, and this is most frequently said in the phrase "tu motherchode hey," which means
you're a motherfucker. That's basically what that means.
You are a motherchode. Also commonly used is behenchode, and behen means sister. These are commonly abbreviated.
Okay, so sister fucker.
Online as MC and BC, but all I can see is Minecraft in British Columbia.
That or before comedy.
Look, I'm eating motherchode Donald. No, none of that.
You're eating motherfucking McDonald's.
Knock it off.
It's so close to that.
The Hindi language also...
So does that mean chod means fuck?
...has a lot of notable vocab from Persian, like the word dost, meaning friend. And they have many words from Arabic, like kitab, meaning book. And there are some Hindi words...
Okay, now that one I do know.
...words that just downright blow my mind. Like this word.
Kal.
Which can mean both yesterday and tomorrow.
Oh, today is tomorrow's yesterday, as that one inspirational poster in Bob's Burgers would say.
The benjo does that work? And Hindi speakers often repeat a word twice, like
tere, tere, tere.
Dehire.
You're saying it wrong. It's tere, tere.
Which can emphasize things or soften them, and this really adds to my previous observation that the language...
I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I'm trying to do the aspiration properly.
...which is extremely flowy and chill. And you know what else is really chill? The iconic Indian head wobble.
Oh,
a lot of you were...
I don't actually know what this is. This is my first time hearing about Indian head wobble.
That I discussed this, so here we go. You've all seen it.
No, I haven't. I genuinely have never seen this phenomenon before. This is my first time learning about it. Puta is also a Rody. Is puta a bad word in Spanish? Because if so, then I don't know how bad it is.
Indians love to shake their heads in all sorts of different ways, primarily side to side. These are complex articulations, mostly lateral cranial oscillations with subtle cervical spinal modulation.
Okay, so we're getting really technical on it.
Amplitudes. You'd really have to study astrophysics to understand them all, but in general, if they're doing it, it probably just means that they agree with you or that they're listening to you. There are various meanings to the different frequencies and trajectories intricacies of the wobbles, but the truth is, this is more of an Indian thing than a Hindi thing. Remember, they have hundreds of languages.
Okay, I don't know what that word means, if you want to enlighten me. Slow speed vehicles get left.
And you'll find this to varying degrees pretty much everywhere in the country.
Oh, that's...
But I hear that if you visit, it will be very hard to resist the subconscious urge of doing it yourself. And you know what
Wouldn't
else
surprise
is hard?
me.
Hindi grammar.
Of course, we gotta get into the... Now we're getting into the weeds
This
of it.
is not a socially progressive language, so there are two genders, masculine
Of course.
and feminine.
So there's no neuter gender, huh?
Masculine nouns tend to...
Latka. Oh, it's just a really so like the C word in English that can also mean a lady's a part of a lady's birth canal, I'm assuming, because you know which it sounds like can't, but you replace the A with the U. Is that what it's the equivalent of?
End in an A.
Yeah, latka. It can also be used for a very slutty gay guy, huh? Latka.
Sound. And feminine
Latki.
nouns tend to end in an I sound. And adjectives also change
Lambi latki.
to agree with the noun. But
okay.
at least there are no articles. It's like Russian. And they also have 3 cases, which should
Which
make
ones?
you want to burst into flames. But
Is that
But thankfully, they're not nearly as bad as Slavic languages or even German. They've got nominative,
oblique, and vocative.
oblique, and vocative cases. But these follow relatively predictable patterns and really won't be a huge roadblock.
Okay, because sometimes there are exceptions to these
The
rules.
more important thing to focus on are postpositions.
Oh, I know what these are. They're like prepositions, but they come after the word that they're supposed to position themselves.
Which are sort of like particles that go after the noun.
Main.
Like me, meaning in.
Main.
So for example, the word for house is khar.
Khar.
And to say in the house, you
Khar
add
main.
a me, postposition,
Karme.
an after house, kharme. And there are a
Kharme.
ton of these, so they would be an excellent thing to focus on if you're learning T-series language. Word order, however, does remind me of German, as they love to put their verbs at the end of the sentence. For
So is it SOV?
example, to say I eat chicken, you say me chicken katahum.
Main chicken katahu.
Me means I, chicken, I have no idea, I'm completely lost, no clue where that is. Kata means eat, and then hum is also a verb.
Okay.
Wait, but what do I mean? How is that also a verb? Fasten your seatbelts, because you're about to be Hindi-pilled.
Oh no.
You've just been Sanskritized. If you listen to spoken Hindi, you will very frequently hear what I call H words at the end of almost every
H
sentence.
words.
These are he, ho, and hum.
He, ho,
I feel like once I tell you that, now if you go listen to Hindi, you'll constantly notice them and never be able to unhear it. They're basically just present tense conjugations of the verb to be,
Hona.
which is hona. So with our example, me chicken
To be or not to be?
kata hum, you're literally saying something like,
I chicken eat am. I am eating chicken.
I chicken eat am. But what I love about these H words is that it creates a nice symmetry between the subject at the start and its proper H word at the end.
Oh.
There are different ones for different tenses, and this isn't a very linguistic observation, but I just like the order this language has. In general, verb conjugations follow...
I run. Main daudahun. Main daudahun. Main dauda. Main daudahata.
nice patterns that aren't terribly difficult for learners, but there are still a lot of them. So let's do one example quickly. To read in Hindi is
Parkhan.
padna.
Parna.
To say I read like in general, it's me parta hum. But it
Ne parta hun. Me parti hun. Di hun.
changes.
When Rammstein wrote a song and some verses in Spanish, Te quiero put. And you found that song hilarious with their
For
pronunciation.
gender. So if I were a girl, it would be me parti hum. And if I
Ne parti hun.
am reading, like currently, it would be me par raha hum. And this raha shows that it's
Raha.
continuous. And again, this would all change a little if I were a woman. But nothing makes me happier than the male future tense of I will read. It's me par hunga.
Men parhunga.
I just think that sounds so cool and beautiful, like parhunga, kawabunga. I'm not gonna go through every
Does it have to be pronounced like that? I know Vedic Sanskrit had pitch accent, but that has since been lost.
verb form and conjugation, but just know that they mainly change based off gender, person, politeness, and tense, and there are irregular verbs.
Yeah.
And Hindi, unfortunately, has the S word, the subjunctive. But honestly, if you got
I don't
through the
remember
writing
what that
system
is.
and pronouncing all the letters, I believe in you. I think you can handle this. And curiously, there's
I just need practice.
no to have verb in Hindi. Instead of
Oh.
saying I have, you say something like to me there is. So to say I have a book, you'd say Meri paas kitab hai.
Mere paas kitab hai. Kitab hai.
Miri, to me, pas, near, kitab, book, and then a glorious H word. And
Yes.
then you've got gnarly compound verbs. Like if you put read together with the verb take, it becomes a
Ordena.
compound fusion that means to read something quickly, or to read it and finish it.
Uh,
Or perhaps a clearer one, cardena, which is made up of
Cordena.
do and give, but together they mean to do something completely or finish doing something.
I
But the
see.
last and most mind-bending thing I want to cover is something called split ergativity, which sounds like
Oh.
a science fiction term to me. It reminds me of quantum physics. Oh, we're gonna get ergative tonight. Okay, basically
Oh, I'm about to get real ergative on.
sometimes verbs
Actually, I don't
and
know.
are normal and agree with the subject, as we just saw. But strangely, sometimes they're conjugated to agree with the object. So remember we said that me chicken katahum means I eat
Main chicken katahu.
chicken, and here the verb agrees with the subject. But if you want to say I ate the chicken, like the chicken is gone and you're done with it, you'd
Oh.
say many chicken kaya. And
Many chicken kaya.
in this form, kaya is actually conjugated to agree with chicken, not
Oh, yeah.
me. And the postposition particle ne was added to the end of
Mene.
me to signify that it is still the subject.
Compound verbs. Oh, so you have experience with them.
Yeah, I know that's confusing, but it's a core aspect of Hindi grammar that you'll need to learn. It's time to get Sanskritized. So
Okay.
now let's talk about shock factor.
Shock factor. Will they flip? Will they do backflips all day?
How will native Hindi speakers react to you speaking their language as a foreigner? Well, if you walk up to an Indian person in India or anywhere and you start speaking Hindi to them, they might not even speak it. It's like a
Yeah, oh, so it's one of those instances.
coin flip. There's a roughly 50-50 chance that they even speak Hindi to begin with. And then
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
within the 50% that does speak it, there are 3 groups with different reactions. There's the upper-class wealthy Indian tech bro who will likely switch to English and say, bro, you speak Hindi, that is so cool.
That
Then
is so
there's
cool.
the second-generation immigrant who will Gen Z stare at you, perhaps understanding, but won't even know or care to respond. Might just
Hmm.
say something trendy with an American accent.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Like 6'7". And then there's the reaction we all desperately crave.
The backflips.
A Hindi speaker who speaks his language frequently and might not have the best English. This guy will do backflips.
This guy will do
Honestly,
the
all 3 of
backflips.
the stereotypes will be happy. Not a lot of people learn Hindi, so you'll definitely make their day. And it's not an easy language, so you'll be genuinely impressive.
Is it weird that I'd rather Is it weird that I feel like that I'd rather learn Sanskrit than Hindi? I know that sounds weird, but still.
Even if you don't speak it well. And if you spoke pure Hindi, holy crap, like with no English at all, you'd shock them as if you were an electric fence. You'll end up with a dozen Indians levitating and involuntarily doing backflips in a circle around you, and they'll go even crazier if you show up in a JCB excavator. That was a very niche reference. Hindi is an excellent
I don't know what he's referencing.
language to learn if you plan on showma-shocking natives on the street.
Waves hands up and down.
I could talk about this language for a lot longer, but I have a date with my Nintendo Switch too, so it's time to give
Oh Lord, you actually bought one.
the Hindi language an official language simp certified rating on the simp scale.
Let's
On
see
a
what he
scale of
gives it.
dog water to Giga Chad, I place Hindi solidly in the alpha tier.
Okay, that was what I was thinking.
I really love this language. It sounds beautiful and flowy with predictable rhythms and H sounds with a high variety of percussive noises that just tickle my inner ear. Devanagari is one of the prettiest writing systems on the planet, and it's very mentally stimulating and rewarding to learn.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but it's not difficult in annoying, unforgiving ways like Slavic languages or Hungarian.
Oh,
And you
Lord.
unlock so much communication DLC with hundreds of millions of NPCs all across the world. And India
Even if they also speak English too.
is a wonderful, underrated, and overhated piece of DLC for you to unlock and explore, and you'll be warmly welcomed by the people there and praised for learning their language. However, I'm not a huge fan of the overuse of Hinglish, so much that I had to knock it down from Giga Chad
Okay, so that's what caused it to get knocked down. It's not the grammar rules or anything else, it's the Hinglish.
to Alpha. Pure Hindi, though, is 100% Giga Chad, no questions asked.
Alright.
I understand that we're in the 22nd century, so
The
English
22nd century.
poking its head in things is a natural consequence of colonization and globalization, blah blah, but I just think it takes away from its natural beauty and how the language ties into one of the most interesting cultures in human history.
Right.
Also, despite its size, there are not a lot of resources to learn Hindi, but thankfully it is on Pimsleur, so sign up for a free 7-day trial in
Whoops.
the description. Also, consider joining my Patreon
Alright,
for just
and
$3.
that's that. Alright. Alright, we're gonna finish it. Unfortunately, I couldn't comment too much on this, so it'll also be VOD exclusive. Even though it would be great to clip this reaction and title it, Language Simp Redeemed, or something like that, but yeah, that's about it. Okay, we're gonna call it a night for now. I gotta go to bed so I can wake up early to play my children's card game. Hopefully I'll do better this time. But thank you all so much for watching. I will be back on Monday. We will I don't actually know what we're gonna do. I would like to continue playing RE7, but it might actually be better if we just moved on to RE8, if anything. Let's finally get to see Lady Dimitris and see what the hell is up with her. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a good day or night. Okay, thank you for calling me kawaii, but take care, everyone.